Japan! Hadouken! Tatsunaki Senpugen!
Anyway, bro, appreciate your
I'm
time.
getting.
Thank you for hey, if family come in, bro, that's all good because my family
He's
will come
just
in.
he's just come in now. The one that had a nap today.
Oh, so he's full of energy, ready to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
They
um,
asked you
Come and
yesterday.
say hello if he wants. All good if he doesn't want to.
You want
It's
to come
all
say
good.
hi?
I asked you yesterday to get those two things up there from that one shelf to get down.
Oh, you know what he wants?
A toy.
He wants me to get those micro machines vans down from up there.
Good
There's a,
taste.
there's a, there's a reason why they're up high.
He's his father's son.
Yeah, yeah. He gets a go with them every now and then under strict supervision.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why that
How old
is.
is he?
He's 3.
Oh, awesome
He's the
age.
youngest. Yeah, but he'll be 4 on New Year's Day. So he's getting pretty close to 4. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, is it a bummer for him having a birthday on like so close to Christmas, or you guys still make an effort?
yeah. He hasn't quite figured it out yet. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. But yeah, his time will come when no one wants to pay him any attention because they're all too dusty on his birthday. But yeah,
Yeah. So, bro, appreciate your time and time away from your whānau too during these lockdowns and whatnot. But, bro, Retromania NZ, I'm gonna pass it over to you, bro. And if you can introduce yourself to all our millions of listeners, that'll be awesome.
yeah. Hey, I'm Sam. Yeah, as Tara said from Retromania NZ. Yeah, I just don't really know what to say. I'm just a big kid that's never quite grown up, and yeah, I just love everything from the 80s, 90s, anything that just reminds me of childhood. And yeah, I just started the page to take a few pictures of anything that I thought was cool, and then got to know all you guys through that. So, and it's just been so cool over the last 18 months. So getting to know people from the community and meeting people. Yeah,
That's awesome. One of the things that caught my attention on your page, bro, was just the amount of like you said, the nostalgia from. So I was an '80s kid, born in the '80s, grew up '90s, or '80s, '90s, and like all the cartoon stuff that you
yeah.
had, all the
How old are
toys.
you?
So I'm 34.
Oh, yeah, I'm 30. I'm 36. So pretty
Oh yeah,
similar.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
like the
They didn't
all the
even
toys from the
know
different cartoons that we
yeah,
used to
yeah,
watch,
yeah,
some of the clothes that you had. I was like, what? These are
yeah,
crazy, and I didn't even know some of that stuff existed in New Zealand.
yeah, yeah.
Daddy.
Like, did you have
Daddy.
an idea of that, or are you
No,
coming across stuff as well as you go out to the thrifts and stuff?
They didn't
yeah. I've
even
been trying
know
to find either like replace stuff that I had as a kid and liked, or
Yeah.
I was quite lucky that my mum and dad never throw anything out. Like they're full on hoarders. So
They
we've
didn't
still got pretty
even
much everything from our childhood down there. But some of it, yeah, some things I can't find. So I've just been sort of trying to replace them, and then you sort of look into the different ranges of things and pick up a few more, or see them at a thrift, or
They didn't you
yeah.
remember you
So I'm
had
getting
these?
my cricket gloves. Yeah. Sorry, here's a little invader.
How's it going, lad? How are you going? All
You
good?
good? He got a pretty slick haircut during lockdown. He wanted me to cut it for him. I gave it a number 3, but I did it on my beard trimmer, which isn't. It's pretty short.
You got to make do, during these
Mm.
times, bro.
Mm.
You were nearly cutting it all along.
Oh, I nearly cut it all off. Yeah, yeah. No, it was such a cool time to grow up. Like unless you live through it, like where did you?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
pretty hard to
know
explain,
how the
but
door is opening.
yeah,
Um, Between like watching, so for me, Saturday
just
morning.
everything, the cartoons, the music, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday mornings were always
Yeah.
look forward to waking up on the weekend because just straight to the tube, turn it on, and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get all of this if it's not gonna be like. Do you remember Most Wanted, bro?
I might just get him down the mic. I might just get him down the mic machine's van to keep him occupied for a second.
Yeah, bro, all good.
Just a sec.
He's got quite a selection. Yeah, I was far out. For those who are listening via audio, Sam's in his man cave, I'm imagining, and there's like a shelf full of, I'm gonna say, books. He's got some videos, DVDs. He's got micro machine trucks. He's getting down for his son.
Oh, it's just a corner of the garage.
Oh yeah, that's your
The rest
spot,
of it's
is it?
just a disgrace. There's a kayak. There's all. Yeah, one little corner.
Yeah, there's your little corner, Sam. You go over there.
I have to come and play out here quietly by myself.
Yeah, Saturday mornings, bro, was awesome. What's one of your fondest memories of a Saturday morning cartoon or even a TV show?
I was big into What Now.
Yeah,
I was always into What Now, and then my older brother always wanted to watch the Early Bird show. It was a Susie Cato one. It was on because What Now used to be on Saturdays then. I think the Early Bird show was on a Sunday. So no, I can't remember. Maybe they were on at the same time, so we couldn't watch them at the same time. So he had one weekend watching the Early Bird show, and I had one weekend watching What Now. So
yeah.
And I'd pack a sad when he was watching the Early Bird show, and he'd pack a sad when I was watching What Now. So.
I remember Susie Cato was on after school, like straight after school, I think. Like if I ran home quick enough,
Yeah.
catch her singing her Waiata at the end there.
Yeah. See you.
Yeah. And I didn't realize till I
And
started
then
getting into the vintage clothing that she used to wear all of the
the cosmic ones and
cosmic and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I
There
saw
was another cool one that called Smart Arts that we used to wear that
some-
she used to wear as well. And I had like a skivvy that my mum got me from an op shop, one of those ones way back then.
It's crack up that she was setting trends even back then, old Auntie Susie.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I used to serve her when I worked at Food Town, my first job when I was like 15.
Yeah.
Food Town in Birkenhead in Auckland, and then she just lived across the road, so she used to come in all the time.
Yeah.
I was getting all like all starstruck.
Right. Did you serve her and then did you sing the song?
I was too. I probably just dropped my nuts. Or,
I so
I
would
would
have
have been too
been.
nervous. Yeah.
I would have been that cheeky guy at Food Town. Oh, that would have been awesome. Oh well. I used to watch like I said, Street Sharks. I think Street Sharks was one of my go-tos. What else was there? Saturday mornings. I don't know, but yeah. That's like What Now. Obviously, I was a real big fan of Jason Gunn.
Oh yeah.
I love Jason Gunn and Thingy.
Yeah. I remember watching Thingy get born because when he hatched from an egg or something like that. Because when I first started school, we used to finish at 2:00.
Yeah.
For like the first 2 months or something, you finished at 2:00. So my mum would come and pick me up. And Jason Gunn had a show called After 2. And then that's when Thingy was born. There was like this egg and all this like dry ice going off, and yeah. Oh, he was a man.
Yeah, he still is the man. I've seen him like recent videos of his, and he's like still funny as like hilarious.
Did you watch that show Talkback on TVNZ On Demand? It was like a piss take of Mike Hosking, like a talkback radio host.
Is it him? Is it Jason Gunn?
He was on it. He was one of the guests on it, and I watched it like 2 nights ago. He's still funny.
Still got it, eh?
Yeah. He was just acting like he was completely unhinged, stealing all the stuff from the office, and making everyone call him Sir Jason Gunn. And
I'm gonna have to watch that. What's it called? What's the name of it? Talkback. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's on TVNZ On Demand.
After school cartoons, bro. What was your go-to?
When I sort of fully got into it, I was like into Animaniacs and
Oh yeah.
Pinky and the Brain, and then and because we didn't get to watch much TV like straight after school. We had to wait till 5 o'clock or something to till we could turn the TV on, the one TV in the house.
Yep.
So yeah, I would have been like probably 10 or something, and started watching Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain, and then Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z and all that. Yeah, the big debriefs at school the next day after
Bro.
episodes of Dragon Ball Z the next morning.
Bro, I remember the outrageous stories that would come out. Like, you know how sometimes boys are, they'll come up with an amazing story just to
Yeah.
be on the in crowd, you know, like, oh, did
Yeah.
you know that? I remember when I first heard about the fusion,
Yeah,
when and they had to wear earrings, yeah. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember looking at one of the bros thinking, bro, you're so full of shit, bro. That
Yeah,
doesn't happen. Da, 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 da. And then it actually happened.
it actually happened. Yes.
After school, well, I was running home. Yeah, DBZ was a big one, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was so gutted, bro, when the first time they aired Dragon Ball Z, they finished the first season, I think, and then they repeated it.
Oh yeah, and it's so long.
Bro, I remember
Yeah.
like episodes of Gohan just flying around Namek.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a whole episode of it. I'm like, what the
And then when Goku's up on that what's that with the old dude with the beard? What's his name? Master Roshi. He's
oh, was it?
stuck up on that. He's like half dead, and he's stuck up on that planet for ages. Like
Oh, with was he with King Kai? No.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
There was some periods of that show where it just dragged on a fair bit, but it was all worth it when.
Yeah. It wasn't until
Yeah.
maybe I got a bit older that I realized how old it actually was.
Yeah,
And it made sense to
from
me
like
now.
the 80s.
Yeah, it made sense to me
Yeah,
then. I was like, oh, no wonder it was so slow and drawn out.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was made ages ago.
yeah,
When when you first figured out Google and the internet, and you would just search stuff up,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
um,
I remember going to work with my dad, and then because I never really. It was when I must have first learned how to use the internet, so probably like 2000 or something like that.
yeah,
My older brother had been using it. He'd just sit in the thing like this for hours. I had no idea what he was doing, but he tried to explain it, but it was just over my head. But one day I went to work with my dad, and he said, "Oh, do you want to look at something on the internet?" And I was like, "What? The internet? Have you got the internet?" Like, yeah. And then I just jumped on, and I was searching up all the storylines of Dragon Ball Z,
yeah,
just going page after page after page into Dragon Ball GT, which is reading up on everything,
yeah.
hearing about like Super Saiyan level 5 and stuff like that.
Damn. And then going back to school and
Yeah,
just stunting on everyone. Did you know this? Did you know
yeah,
that? Did
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. I bet you didn't know this. Yeah. If you give me $5, I'll tell you what happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You just reminded me of like how I had a friend of mine back in high school. This might have been 2002, maybe 2001,
yeah.
2002, and he was actually selling burn CDs,
Oh, really?
like
He
doing
was always that
mixtapes.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah, like doing
with
the
this like,
mixtape, selling the burn CDs. Like you would go to him with your list of music. He would go home, LimeWire that shit, and then burn it for you. Come back
yeah,
and then like easy $5.
yeah,
Here's your new
yeah,
CD mixtape.
yeah,
Far out. I forgot all about that. Eh?
yeah. I can remember recording songs off the radio, trying to get onto a cassette.
Oh damn, dubbing the tapes,
Yeah,
bro.
the first one I ever remember doing. It's pretty embarrassing. You know the song "Ghetto Superstar"?
Maya?
Ghetto
Yeah.
Superstar. Yeah, I remember I knew what number it was in the countdown, so I like stayed up late and I had my tape reel ready to go, and then bang, I had to get that one. It must have been like, yeah, I was probably an intermediate, I think, but
And you got to get it right, eh?
yeah. And then they start talking over the end of the song, just like, shut up.
Oh, who was that with my FM?
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah,
Yeah, I remember. Do you remember Robert Rakete, the
yeah.
old
The RTR
morning
countdown.
bro? I remember his joke of the day. Do you remember the joke of the day he used to do?
No, was it
Oh,
on my?
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
loved it. Eh? That was like one of my highlights is when he did the joke
yeah,
of the day. I think I
yeah,
may even remember the music jingle that he
yeah,
used to play.
yeah,
I'd have to look it up. But no, those are good times, man.
yeah. Because he used to be on that RTR countdown, which was on like after What Now on like Saturday or Sunday mornings at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Did have like a countdown on then, and he was a might not have, no, yeah, I think it was then, and he was the host of that. He was just the coolest dude in town, I thought back then. It's still pretty cool, the brown wiggle.
um, you watch so like outside of cartoons and stuff. Your page has a lot of toys. Um, you big on Transformers, bro? Like, was that a go-to kind of toy?
I never had any growing up. My cousins and stuff had heaps of them. They had all sorts of different ones, but so we used to play with them there. But yeah, we were big into Ninja Turtles, and
Yeah.
um, oh, heaps of my mates had GI Joes and things like that. So we used to just play with them in our huts in the bush. And but yeah, our main ones that we had when we were kids were probably Ninja Turtles. That was the big one in our house
Did you ever get the
for
Ninja?
my older brother and I. Anyway,
Did you ever
what's
get
that?
the Did you ever get the Ninja Turtle skateboard? You remember
Yeah,
those?
with the foot that kicks out. Yeah,
Man, I
it's
remember.
still at my parents' house actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
You're gonna have to next time you're there, bro. You gotta take a photo.
yeah, yeah,
Gotta share that shit.
yeah,
I remember my cousin got the Ninja Turtle one, and I got the Batman one, and I wasn't really
yeah,
big on Batman back then.
yeah,
So I was pretty gutted that he got the Ninja Turtle one.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, thanks for taking me down that severe traumatic memory of Christmas for me, bro. What's one of
Oh,
those? Sorry, bro.
we'd quite a bit of Batman stuff as well because my brother was into him. So yeah,
Um, did you? I remember one of the first movies I ever watched was Batman with Michael Keaton.
the Michael Keaton one. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I remember my parents taking me there,
I
and
thrashed that.
bro, I was shit scared, eh?
Yeah,
Of Batman. I was like, damn, this movie is
yeah,
dark, and like,
yeah.
uh, I remember just being scared in that movie.
Oh, and when the Joker falls off the roof of that building at the end, it's just got that that
Oh, bro, it was
that like laugh
sadistic,
box.
eh?
Yeah,
Who directed that movie? Now that I think of it,
I don't know.
okay,
All my
who's the?
mates would be able to tell you like that. They're real
Oh
movie
yeah,
nerds, but I just yeah.
yeah.
They all worked at a video shop together, so they're just like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
oh, you got to watch this movie by this director, and oh, that's not the best one in his back catalogue, but you got to watch. Yeah, it's like,
yeah. I don't
mm.
mind today, like talking to people who can go down the rabbit
Oh
hole,
yeah,
and like
yeah,
it's because there's so much interesting stuff. I remember
yeah,
first learning about Quentin Tarantino,
yeah,
like, and I didn't learn about him till From Dusk Till Dawn,
yeah,
and then I realized the catalog and
yeah,
just who he actually was. Because I knew him as an actor first
yeah,
before anything else, so
yeah,
it was a pretty crazy introduction for me to Tarantino, especially that movie.
yeah,
The whole movie, I was like bored as like, oh, this is boring.
yeah,
And so they like rocked up to the car park and went into that bar, and then holy
yeah,
shit, it's like
yeah,
vampires galore.
yeah. I
Spoiler
remember
alert!
because
Sorry, guys.
yeah. Oh, if they haven't seen it by now, then. But I remember my mum and dad had a Photoshop, like the 1 hour Photoshop for getting your
Oh,
prints
cool.
developed.
Yeah,
They had those on. They had two of them on Queen Street in the city in Auckland, and straight across the road from the St James. So I remember this is a long-winded Quentin Tarantino
wow.
story, but they used to have the movie theater next door, and they had the big posters outside,
Yep.
like up on the outside of the building. And I vividly remember seeing the Pulp Fiction one up there
Wow.
and just staring at it like I didn't know anything about it, but yeah,
The one where Uma's like lying on the bed, kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I just remember staring at it, being like, yeah.
What is this? What is this?
And then straight across the road, down some steps, there was a Spacies parlor
Is that you, fans?
called Space World.
Oh, Space World. Okay.
Oh, that was further down the road. But yeah,
Oh,
Space
yeah,
World was straight across the road, just down like underground, like by the St James.
yeah,
So we used to try and sneak over there. That was just like another world.
yeah.
Just like yeah, this would have been in the like early '90s. So,
What?
but I was only like six or 7 or 8 or something, like pretty young. And you go down in there, and there's like all the early '90s punks and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just like dim lights and smoke-filled room, and we were like, whoa.
It's like a scungy like dungeon, like
Yeah, yeah,
what is
yeah,
all this riff raff
yeah,
down here?
yeah,
Um, What was your go-to arcade, bro?
Oh, when I finally got to go like properly, oh, it started out like the fish and chip shop. The one down the road had a Street Fighter, and then
Yeah.
the Ninja Turtles game.
The 4-player one?
Yeah,
I think they had one at
Turtles in Time.
they had one at the Parakai pools, bro. Hot
It's
pools.
still there, I think.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
because I know someone from a Facebook group I'm in tried to buy it, and they're like, "No, it's not for sale."
Damn.
This was like within the last maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, so recently, yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
It's still there. So Ninja
yeah,
Turtles there was your go-to?
yeah. In Street Fighter, and then in the like skateboarder days when we were just hanging around in town, going to your funds and stuff like that, it would have been. Yeah, I quite like playing Top Skater, and then there was that skiing one you could do, and I like the more sort of interactive ones rather than the
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I always got sucked into the soccer game for some reason.
Oh, really?
At
Yeah,
UFans, yeah, I just was drawn to it, eh?
yeah,
I was like a really big soccer fan, although not in a sense where I like supported a club or anything. I just
yeah,
really love the sport.
yeah,
So I always gravitated towards that one, which is strange. But otherwise, in the school holidays, I used to get sent to Auckland and to spend time with my cousins. And
yeah,
one holidays in particular, I was spent time with my family in Grey Lynn.
yeah,
And so we were always at the shops, like in all these different spacey parlors in Grey Lynn. And I remember like
yeah,
just watching the older cousins smoking and stuff like that. And you know, and you're
yeah,
young,
yeah,
you just got, and
yeah.
you can't tell on them because if you tell
Nah.
on them, you're going to get a hiding. But yeah, some great memories, just hanging out on Ponsonby Road and stuff. And
Mm,
I remember going to this party. I was a kid, man, like primary school, and
yeah.
we're at this party, at this house up the road. And now that I think of it, I think they may have been like famous people
Oh, really?
in that time.
Yeah.
And now that I think of it, they had like, I just remember being young and they got us to perform. Like there was like a stage and people at the party could get up and perform.
Really?
And me and my
And they got all
cousins,
the kids up there.
somehow me and my cousins ended up at this party. They must have knew the kid that lived there. And I remember getting up there and
Yeah.
we all did a rap. We all had a turn on the mic and we all did a rap. I can't remember what my
Yeah.
line was, my part of the rap was, but yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro, went on a
Yeah.
tangent there.
I'm good at going off on tangents. Yeah.
How did I get there? Oh yeah, Queen Street. We were on Queen Street, then I went to Ponsonby Road.
Queen
That's how I
Street,
got there. Outside of toys, bro, I seen sometimes you like to pick up clothes as well. And you've got a very, very lovely, nice t-shirt that I'm gonna say, you know, I'm not trying to hit on you, bro, but it's a very, very lovely t-shirt you've got on.
This one, oh, this one.
Yeah, bro.
There was a Smash Club one. I got that off him.
Damn. So
Yeah.
you've got an Austin 316 Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt, guys, for those who are listening.
Yeah.
Does
Oh,
it
who
have
was that? What's that?
has it got a back hit on that too?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, you got the attitude. Nice.
Yeah.
Shit. Actually, bro, it just so happens, I got a few Stone Cold tees that just come in from the Bro Recycle Vintage.
Oh, really?
I'll show you quick. Got that one there.
Oh, that's mean.
That's a
Yeah.
dark one, and then the back hit on there.
Yeah.
So I was pretty
Mean.
stoked. I was pretty stoked, and then he hooked me up with this like bootleg one as well. But yeah, so let's get into wrestling, bro. What a nice little
Oh,
segue.
yeah. Yeah.
Stone Cold, your guy?
Did you start like? Oh, yeah. Stone Cold was everybody's guy.
Bro, I hated The Rock.
Yeah.
Hated him
You
because
remember
of
when
Stone
remember when
Cold.
he sold out and he became like he stopped doing the people's elbow and he turned it into the corporate elbow. He went through a real dark period where he
Oh,
completely sold out
I might have
and
stopped watching
went
by
into the
then.
heel role.
Yeah, I might have stopped watching by then.
Yeah. It was like after the Nation of Domination kind of time, like after that. But I just
I
used to fizz on wrestling so hard.
I remember my kōrero bro. He used to go down to the local video store and just hire out the old school WrestleManias and
Yeah.
Royal Rumbles and stuff.
Yeah.
He'd say it was for me, but it
Yeah.
was absolutely
for everybody, fun
It's
for the
for
whole
everyone.
family.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I remember just being amazed about this guy named Andre the Giant
Yeah.
and
Oh
how
yeah.
because Hulk Hogan had like a superhero aura about him, right? Like
Yeah.
he was untouchable.
Yeah.
This guy is amazingly strong. Look at his
Yeah.
muscles. And then
Yeah.
along came
It's
Andre.
23-inch pythons.
And then Andre came along, and it was just
Yeah.
like, I did you believe in it, bro? I really believed in it,
I still believed in it too. Like even when in Austin times, I'd like go downstairs after I'd finished watching wrestling on a Sunday night, and I'd be telling my dad all about it, and I'd be like, just he's like, listen, you think he's going to be like dead, and then on the last one when he's just out stop, he's like, and then he and then he stone cold stunners him, and my dad must just be like, yeah.
Yeah, good one, mate. Yep. Man, I used to.
I used to fizz on it like,
Sorry, bro. You
yeah.
go, man.
I just used to fizz on it so much. I'd be like, because you know how we got it like nearly a week delayed. We got it on Sunday. We got
Yep.
Monday Night Raw on the next Sunday night.
Yep.
I'd be like sitting there waiting. My knees would be shaking. My hands would be. I'd be like sweating, just getting all pumped up for it. But
I
it
remember.
was so good.
I remember. Do you remember when Channel 4 was a thing?
Yeah, that's when that's what it was playing on most.
Man,
Yeah,
I remember. That was a big deal having more than three. TV stations.
three channels. Yeah,
New Zealand. And then I remember for a little while there they were playing, I think it was WCW,
yeah,
and it was like I felt like it was in a bootleg stadium
yeah,
with like paid fans. It was like so small.
yeah,
I was like, what the hell is this?
yeah.
Did you get into that whole WWF versus WCW thing, or did you like both, or?
Oh, I was mainly into WWF, but then one of my cousins, he couldn't get Channel 4. He could only get, I think WCW was on Channel 3 because he could only get that. And then we'd get together and I'd give him like a quiz on what was happening in the WWF, and then he'd give me a quiz on the WCW, and we'd like try and sting each other with some real hard questions about the plot lines and stuff like that. But yeah, I never too much got into it apart from watching little bits at his house and then playing the games. Oh no, I did like the whole NWO Wolfpack and stuff like that. That
I was
was
gonna say
that's what I used to watch it for.
that was a game changer for WCW.
Yeah. And then they jumped across.
And then it was the New World Order, and then the Wolfpack came along.
Yeah. Kevin Nash and
who was? Would you say the next biggest kind of like group would have been the Generation X after that, or have I missed someone?
in that sort of era.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
Yeah, I remember them being like huge.
Yeah, that was Triple H and
Shawn Michaels,
X-Pac, Shawn Michaels.
Wow, what was
China? China was in there.
Yeah, she's passed away, hasn't she?
Yeah,
rest in peace.
so many of them have. It's so sad. Like, pretty much, you think up all sorts of them, and they're all died from like heart conditions or drugs or.
Yeah. So Stone Cold's your guy. Pre Stone Cold, bro. Who was your guy?
Probably Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
And I had heaps of the bubblegum cards.
Oh yeah.
That you used to get from the dairy. They were like Series 1 ones. I used to like Hillbilly Jim. I don't even think I saw him wrestle, but he was he's wearing like some blue dungarees and like a straw hat. But I always liked him. And then Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he was another one of those early ones. And then Andre the Giant, he was an Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior was huge for me. I remember drawing him back when I was like at Kohanga Reo, bro, like drawing Ultimate Warrior back in Kohanga. And then I remember being really, really embarrassed and disappointed in the Bushwhackers because like they would always seem to lose the tag team matches, and I used to be like really shamed out, like damn, bloody New Zealand, like
But the fact they were there is pretty awesome.
Oh, that was crazy. I was in a vintage store shop, really awesome shop in in Morrinsville, I want to say.
Yep.
Have you been to that shop? It's
No,
like
not in
this,
Morrinsville.
it's like this massive shed, bro, owned by this guy who I think did some security like back maybe in the 90s, 2000s, and he actually was security for the Bushwhackers for something.
Really?
And he's got this like a wooden poster. Or,
Yep.
yeah, you know the ones I'm talking about, like the hard material, and it's got the poster on it.
Yep.
Bushwhackers are on there, and I think they've like actually signed it to him as a
Oh, really?
little thank you and stuff like that. Because it was in the not for sale area.
Yeah.
As you do, you got to inquire, like, hey,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
poster over there.
It's not for sale, is it?
If you're ever in, I'm pretty sure it's Morrinsville area, bro.
Yeah.
Go check that out. It's a really awesome vintage store. They've got a whole bunch of other stuff in there as well, but that Bushwhackers poster is quite memorable for me anyway, and probably for our age group.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Have you seen him these days? He's still rocking the same. He's got real weird hair, like it looks like it's been drawn on with a like a black vivid.
Oh, no. Damn.
Yeah, I don't quite know what's going on there, but he still does a.
Where are those guys from, bro?
In New Zealand, I'm not sure.
I'd
I'm not sure.
love for like some company, New Zealand media company, to do like a doco on them, eh?
Yeah.
They so need to, man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Because at the time, like what they broke into was like to get into that market's pretty amazing. It's like as big as the Kiwi guys in the UFC kind of thing, breaking into that market.
It was global at a time when it was unheard of.
Yeah.
That'd been crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine being there. It's funny for me, so my old man's Samoan, so we've got we're all around the world, bro.
Yeah.
We're in New Zealand, we're in Australia, we're in the States. So you would hear stories from family members about these people over there doing these cool things, and you'd hear stories about like Peter Maivia and all of that, and but it wasn't until I saw The Rock like come through that I was like, oh, okay, this must be like the heritage of those wrestlers I used to hear about and stuff. But I hated him, bro.
He grew up in Auckland as well.
Bro, he went to Richmond Primary School.
Yeah, in Grey Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else went to Richmond Primary School that I know? Oh, yeah, great granddad.
Different times.
Different times. A lot of great men came from that school. The Rock wasn't until The Rock came out. That was Were you did you get deep into that whole Mankind era? I loved.
Oh yeah.
The performance of that man. Like
sticking
to this
that
day,
stinky sock.
To this day, I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone put on like a performance like he has.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you unless you can correct me there, bro, but I remember the cage match. And
he got thrown off the top.
Bro.
Yeah.
He pulled out all the tacks and the pins and man.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's not like that anymore. I don't watch much of it anymore, but it just doesn't have the same kind of vibe about it. But
do you think there might be I guess some safety stuff is kind of being put in place nowadays? Yeah.
Yeah. And all the dudes are way smaller. They're just like regular sort of dudes as well.
Yeah, athletes more so than
they don't look like they're on too much juice, but
they're not journeymen who go to pubs after the night.
Yeah.
I was talking to a good friend of mine who's documenting. He's doing a documentary series. I think it might be like a web kind of thing. I don't know what they call it, but he was documenting the Fale Dojo. I think they're based in Avondale or New Lynn.
Yeah.
And they prepare wrestlers for the New Japan Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
So they actually have wrestlers in Japan.
It's pretty huge in Japan, eh?
Bro, I had no idea, eh?
Yeah.
Until my mate was filling me in and he was talking about so I knew the Bullet Club because of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize that the Bullet Club was actually formulated from all the foreigners that were wrestling in Japan.
Yeah.
Which a big part of that group was actually some Kiwi boys, some New Zealanders as well. So I was like, man, it's crazy, like how the reach I guess some of these New Zealand, like we talked about the bushwhackers kind of breaking boundaries back then, and you still got
Yeah.
these guys in Japan now breaking boundaries as well.
Yeah.
Stephen Adams comes to mind as one
Yeah.
of those people who's,
Yeah.
yeah, might be a good segue into sport, bro. What kind of sports you get into?
My main three would be rugby league and cricket. I'm
Yeah?
pretty crazy about all them. But then I keep up with it. I keep up with everything. Basketball.
Yeah.
I don't watch too much football. I sort of I'll know who's won the Champions League and stuff like that, or the World Cup, but week in, week out, not much about football. But I've always been into rugby league, cricket, and probably in basketball. But I love watching the Olympics and the America's Cup and just all sorts. But don't miss any All Blacks games and Warriors games and things like that. So
I remember I must have been maybe intermediate age, and Shane Warne had a cricket ball out, and it had finger placements.
Oh yeah, I had that one.
Yeah, I had that one too.
Yeah.
And I remember learning how to leg spin because of it.
Yeah.
I try to have these conversations with young people nowadays, bro. It's just non-existent, eh?
Nah.
They're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "A leg spin." They're like,
Yeah.
"What's that?" I'm like, "Oh my."
Yeah. Stand in front of the wickets and let me show you.
What kind of bowler are you, bro? What are you? Bowler, batter, both?
Probably a batting all rounder.
Yep.
Yeah. My shoulder's a bit cooked now, but I came out of retirement last summer and played a couple of games of last man stands.
Nice, bro. I played one game of cricket in high school. I didn't wear a box. I got hit, bro.
Yeah.
I never played again, eh? I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
That.
No, that sucks. It takes a while to get over that, especially with a hard cricket ball.
Oh, bruv. And then the guy who bowled was like full on like cricketer reps and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
And, did me a good one.
Yeah.
But never.
And I was blowing when I thought I was not too unfit, but I was absolutely blowing and blowing. I managed a cheeky top score in my first game back in 18 years, but it wasn't pretty. There was a few boundaries, but then some big swings and misses too. Try not to do too much running.
I used to play a lot of I think it was Brian Lara 95.
Yeah. On the Mega Drive. On the PlayStation.
I think I had PlayStation,
Yeah.
Played a lot of that, eh? Shane Warne 99? No.
Yeah.
Was it Shane Warne?
Yeah, that was on the PS1, yeah.
Yeah.
I got that one.
A lot of cricket.
I got both those actually. Brian Lara one will be on that shelf somewhere.
Damn.
And the Shane Warne one's over there somewhere.
Yeah. Far out. Love that stuff, eh? Cricket. You don't see it. Like it used to be like everywhere in schools.
Yeah.
Like, there's Kiwi cricket sets and, all over the place. You just pull them out at lunchtime and whatnot. But,
the plastic bats.
Yeah, the yellow ones there, yeah. I hardly see those nowadays at schools.
What did you play? Non-stop cricket was the one they played at schools,
Non-stop.
Yeah.
Damn.
You just have to keep running.
We used to make up our own rules, like one bounces. You're allowed one bounce.
One in, one bounce, yeah. That's your classic backyard rules.
Yeah, hard out. I remember, I think someone called it bat down. We called it hit and roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you call it?
We called it bat down.
Bat down, yeah.
And there's all the different rules, like if it's within 4 steps you gotta hit it on the full, and 3 steps you gotta do it like a pin. And then you're doing this.
TikTok, yeah.
And someone's always going.
You learn how to cheat very,
and then there's the guys
early.
that take the longest steps, got to run up and take like 4 massive steps from this far away, and then that's 4 steps.
Yep. All of those cheaters. And so all my cousins who I played with, you guys know who you are. You all cheated, and I have not forgotten that. And we'll get my revenge.
Yeah, I still play with mine. Anytime we get together at Christmas time, it's classic catches or bat down or that rugby training drill when you're in a circle, you truck one ball up, then you catch another one, pass it.
Yep.
We do that one and have a big tournament with that, and
Some serious stuff.
Yeah,
Eh?
if you drop it, you're out. But everyone's pushing 40 now, so they're just the body's a bit sore the next day. But
Yeah, I bet you guys will still do it though.
oh yeah, we're already talking about it going to my cousin's place at Ohopi for a weekend next February if we can get out of Auckland.
Yep, yep,
And yeah, the trash talk's already started for that one.
yep. That's
They've got
good.
this bat. They've got this homemade bat that's about this wide, like
Ooh.
5 centimeters wide and about a meter long, and you got to play with that. It's like a killy kitty bat.
Yep, yep.
But
You ever played Kilikiti?
yeah, because growing up in Beach Haven, I had lots of Samoan friends, and
Yep.
yeah, we used to go and play it down at in the Northcote Domain with them. That real bouncy ball.
I remember playing. It was a full-on like church gathering.
Yeah.
And it was serious. It was World Cup level,
Yeah.
intensity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember getting a go.
Like 8-7.
I remember getting a go at bat, bro, and I managed to get a hit, and I just started sprinting to the other end. My hit didn't go very far because the guy that bowled it picked it up, and he hurled the ball, bro, like as hard as he could, and it. So he was on the other end. He threw the ball, and I was running, and I ducked because I could see the ball coming for me. I ducked and hit the stumps, and I was out.
Oh
But,
yeah.
but
Some real demons here from your betting sports career.
cricket, bro. It's cricket, eh? Like I don't know what it is, bro, but it just wasn't meant to be. And the guy that bowled it and threw the ball and got me out was actually my uncle too. So that pretty traumatizing stuff, bro. Not to put anyone off cricket, guys. It's actually a really
scratch
awesome
him off the
sport.
Christmas card list.
Send him a cricket ball. I have not forgotten.
That's why you got the Shane Warne ball just going bowling around his legs.
Basketball, bro. Who's your team? Who do you follow? Any favorite players?
I just follow it in general now. I can just pick up and watch any game, but no, I don't really. I just enjoy watching it and keeping up with it. So
it's got the professionalism of it all and the contracts and people moving. Like the player movement now is kind of taken away from that whole. You support
the dynasty.
Which I don't mind as well because I do like to see the smaller franchises.
Oh, it was so good when the Raptors won the other year, and
that was awesome, eh?
And then the Bucks.
Oh big time. Love to see. I'm just waiting for the Warriors, the New Zealand Warriors, to get there now. I'm just. Did I just give you an instant migraine, bro?
Yeah. I've been going to games. I started going to games in 1995 with my old man and take me along. So it's been a long time. I didn't go to the first one, but I went to heaps of probably 4 or 5 games in that first year, and then every year since, pretty much. So
I've the only times I've ever gone to watch them is when they've played the Storm for some reason, and that's including childhood, bro.
Yeah,
crazy, like my first ever Warriors game, I went and watched the Storm play. Yeah, and I ended up just rolling down the banks, bro. I got a bit bored.
Yeah.
Started rolling down the banks there at the stadium, but and then I've been there a few times as an adult, and it always just happened to be when they played the
Storm again.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got smoked most of the time, probably.
I was there.
They do okay against the Storm. Sometimes, not so much recently, but they used to have a bit of a.
Yeah, well, I
was up against them.
I was there at the game that who's our old hooker? Really good Aussie player. I think he played State of O, maybe even Fringe.
DJ Marsh.
Kangaroos. No. Nah, more maybe 5 years ago. He was at the Titans.
Not Nathan Friend.
Yeah, Nathan Friend. I was at the game where Nathan Friend did that.
Threw it through his legs.
That crazy catch through. I was at that
falling
game.
over and chucked it through his legs. Yeah, far
Man,
out.
that was.
I watched it on TV. That would have been awesome to be there.
Unreal to watch. Hey, I was just like, what the hell did he just do?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until
I bet not many people saw it happen live, and then it comes up on the big screen. And everyone started going off.
It was weird. It was like, what did he do? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I got home and watched the highlights of it, I was just like, damn, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. Your
Yeah,
page, bro. Sorry,
it's
bro.
been tougher than usual the last couple of years.
Oh, far out.
It's been tough.
Yeah.
It's tougher than usual to watch them the last couple of years, but
I seen they let go of Fosse. He's off. He's off to
yeah,
Super League, I think.
yeah, Leeds, I think.
Ah, yeah.
But
Right.
he just, I don't know what happened there. He just seemed to lose interest over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely went a bit quiet, eh?
Yeah, and then just fell out of favour, and I think a couple of injuries, and
Thoughts on Shawnee's return?
I'm all for it. Yeah, can't be any worse than yeah. So,
I think
but
having
he was still playing well for the Sharks. Like
yeah,
yeah.
I
So
think
no, he's a good player.
having that little taster of
Yeah,
a different club, different
yeah,
system,
yeah,
different kind of franchise.
yeah,
I think yeah, he definitely would have grown from it and learned from that
yeah,
experience. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a huge
I'm
fan.
all for him coming back.
I'm not a huge fan, to be honest, because
Mm,
I do prefer consistency
yeah,
in terms of
rather than a bit of
percentages.
rocks and diamonds kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I was not, a huge fan of his. But
yeah,
how have nowadays, I'm like, surely
yeah,
he's learned a thing or two.
yeah.
He's a
I don't
bit
think him
more
and
older.
Stephen Kearney got on too well. So
Yeah, it should be. I do like the new coach though. I like what he's doing, and
yeah,
um,
yeah,
you can see that it's a long term thing. He's not just making
yeah,
decisions based on the game at hand.
yeah.
He's so yeah.
It was just a tough one last year. They had so many close losses, like a couple of golden point losses, and then
Yeah.
some like real like 1 or 2 point like blown it in the last 5 minutes. Like it could have been better, but that's the Warriors, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We better stop talking about them. I'm getting a headache.
getting all angry and getting depressed.
Getting you said something when you introduced yourself, bro, that kind of resonated with me, and you talked about you just being a big kid.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
How important is that to you, bro? Because I think it's super important, eh? Just to
To be young at heart, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, you have to. Life's too short to take it too seriously. But I take it seriously when I need to, obviously. But um, yeah, no, you can always connect with someone on a nostalgia level. I find so.
yeah.
Everyone's got like well, most people have got pretty happy memories about growing up, and yeah, all my friends are the same. So, but I don't quite know what I want to do with the Retromania thing. Even the name, like I just needed a name to type in there, so I was just
I
did that. It
remember.
was only going to be
I
a
remember you
temporary one,
telling.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just do it for fun at the moment because I run my own tiling company for my proper job, so that keeps me pretty busy most of the time. But I wouldn't mind like evening up the balance a wee bit between the two because yeah, the other one's just a job, like it just pays the bills. But you know, when you're doing something you enjoy, it doesn't feel like you're working all that nonsense. But yeah, so I'm out driving around Auckland all the time, and when the op shops are open, I sort of go from point A to point B, but I go to that shop, that shop, that
Yeah.
shop.
Via.
Yeah, sometimes have an early knock and go a couple of shops on the way home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
I just
was
like I just always enjoyed op shopping. I think I probably got it from my mum because she's real into it. So
nice.
I just used to start out like looking for clothes and things like that. I'd always like random T-shirts and hats and like my cousin, my brother, and I always used to go looking for like random American trucker hats with like you know the ones with just like the most random things on.
I found like a law firm from
Yeah,
Tennessee one day on a
yeah,
trucker hat. Yeah, so
yeah,
I know exactly what
yeah,
you mean.
yeah. My favorite one I had, it had North Dakota certified seed, and then what did it say? Oh,
Was
then
it?
it had like this little character, and then he had in a speech where I was saying, "Quality seed doesn't cost; it pays." And I thrashed that. I was wearing that when I met my now wife, actually, and that
Was
was
it
one of the things that drew her to me was my cool hat.
the
So,
cool hat? Taste and
yeah,
funky agricultural
agricultural thrifted
US
hats. Yeah,
hats.
yeah, yeah.
Did you ever do a bit of digging in terms of like when you found that hat?
That was when I was living in Rotorua because my parents moved down there when I was 17. So I went down there, and then from Boys High there was this place called Bo Jumbles just up the road a bit that we used to go to, and it was like a proper digging in the bins kind of thing. So
Wow.
this would have been 2003, so quite a while ago. And we used to go there and dig through the bins of hats. And my cousin and I had quite big collections of just the most randomest trucker hats. And I got a few cool tees that I used to wear, and so
Yeah.
and then sort of got into what was I doing? I went first sort of used to go and just look for like video games, like PlayStation 1 games, 2 games, and things like that. And then when I sort of started finding ones that I already had, I'd like sell them on to my brother, although I only ever wanted to pay what I paid for them. So it's a bit of a shit deal for me. But he's always like, "Oh, I'll be keen on that. How much was it?" And I was like, $4. But I could probably sell it for like 25. But see, I've done good things for his collection too. But he's way more hard out into the games. He's got like probably like 5,000 games.
Wow.
He always has. Like, he was always way more into the games. I just sort of played along, but I'm not like a real hardcore gamer. I just sort of play. I just play the ones I like, and I enjoy it. But and something I can just pick up and have a jam on, and then put down. You don't need to invest too much time or energy in it. And apart from Pokemon, I thrash that. But,
the Pokemon on Game Boy.
Yeah. Oh, the first one I played was on an emulator, just on the PC.
I think
Pokemon Blue.
Yeah, I remember. I think I used to thrash Pokemon Red.
Yeah.
On the neighbors had a Game Boy, and they were pretty cool because they got a Game Boy and then they got a Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
And the cousin who lived next door, he didn't quite like Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
So he would let me just thrash that while he
It's
played
too
the
flash.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was happy. It's like sweet ass.
Yeah.
My
younger brother won a Game Boy Color off the back of a cereal box.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I ever entered a competition off one, but yeah, he entered one off.
What cereal was it?
Um,
Surely not Sanitarium.
No, it wasn't Sanitarium, not the religious Sanitarium. Might have been like Hubbard's or something like that. I'd have to ask him. He'd remember, but he won the Game Boy Color, and it came with Pokemon Yellow, Super Mario Brothers, the Game Boy Camera, Zelda.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
it's a pretty decent price.
Yeah. So then we thrashed Pokemon Yellow after that.
If I told you, if I said certain consoles to you, bro, and whatever console I said to you, you got to give me your go-to game.
Yeah.
So if I said Sega Master System,
California Games.
Oh, bro, I found it so hard to surf on there.
I got quite good at surfing.
It took me a while to figure it out, eh?
Yeah, I always found flying disc the hardest. You know, the frisbee one, and you got to catch it at the end.
The rollerblading one always pissed me off. Eh?
Oh, you slip on those ice creams
I jumped
and on a crack. Yeah.
I jumped, man. I pushed the jump button.
Why can't you just roll over these frigging cracks? Yeah, and the
games, jeepers.
Yeah, I don't even like the most hard out games on the system. I just like the ones that I like, and that's
bro. That's absolutely. All right,
they give me enjoyment,
bro, and that's what we do, all right? Like, just for the joy and the fun of it.
But yeah.
So
we never had a Sega as kids. We had an Atari ST, like a computer.
Yep.
So we had all the like classic games on that, like Space Harrier and Bart versus the Space Mutants and Double Dragon and
wow,
R-Type and all those ones. But yeah, I never really played it. I only played Master Systems and stuff at my friends' houses.
Yeah. A lot of my experiences with video games, and you always had people that had one of the So you never kind of missed out really, because usually people were happy to let you have a turn and whatnot as well.
No.
All right, bro. Mega Drive.
The only one I really remember playing when I was young was like Mega Drive.
Sorry, bro. No, carry on with your story.
Oh yeah, the only Master System game I remember properly playing as a kid would have been just like Alex Kidd, or I think another mate had Psycho Fox.
Damn, Alex the
I used to
Kid.
play that. But
I sucked
Mega
at that
Drive,
game.
Mega Drive. That's the one I got the most games of. Probably Micro Machines is the one I played the most of.
Oh, with the looking down,
Yeah,
the view, bird eye view.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. I remember
And you're
that.
racing around the breakfast table and
Yep, the pool table and
the
yeah,
school desk.
yep. I remember playing it and thinking that they were like so creative.
Yeah,
Like, wow, this is so creative. Like, it's
yeah,
actually they're actually micro machines on like
yeah,
a life size.
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
micro
my brother
machines.
had that one because then him and I went halves and we brought a Mega Drive off one of his mates for $100 when it would have been like 1996 or something like that, 1995. So quite late in the piece, but yeah. Then he just went hard buying games, and I had what did I have? I had like Daffy Duck and a Taz game was another one of my ones. Jurassic Park. Um, yeah, I didn't have too many, but most of them I can like remember the trip going to Decca or something and buying them from there. So
Damn,
they've all got
Decker,
good memories in those ways.
Decker. Wow.
Yeah.
Decker. The little triangles there. Damn. I'm gonna
But
go
then yeah,
like,
my brother had like heaps of things. That's when I got into like California games and stuff like that, playing on his consoles, and then yeah, and then we got a PS1 after that.
alright, so Mega Drive, so PS1, bro. What's your PS1 game?
The one I played the most that was mine. I had WWF Warzone. I used to go pretty hard on that.
Yep.
I remember getting that for Christmas, and then what else did I play on there? Oh, I love Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk 2. We had that
Oh,
one.
Tony Hawk
I
2
spent
was,
hours and hours and hours playing that.
yeah.
And then I had Cool Borders,
Cool Waters was
Cool
mean.
Borders 3, Need for Speed. I had yeah. Saying again, they're not like the best games on the system, but they're just the ones that
I
just
really
the ones that I
enjoyed.
had, and the ones that I like, and the ones that I
Yeah,
remember the most.
those are actually games that I enjoyed as well. Cool Waters
Yeah,
was cool. I used to like doing the like the competitions, like the big
yeah,
jumps.
yeah. The
I
big
like
ear and the
yeah, the big air.
yeah,
I enjoyed that one more so
yeah.
than like the cross country type
Oh yeah,
races
yeah,
that they'd have.
yeah.
Yeah.
And half
Um
pipe and stuff like that was cool.
yeah, oh half that was mean.
Yeah,
Um so PS1, we'll go over the Nintendo, bro.
and then
Nintendo 64. What's your game there?
oh, definitely GoldenEye and
Oh
Mario
yeah.
Kart.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, one of my mates had one, so I'd go around there and like stay there on the weekends, and we'd just play like GoldenEye and yeah, mainly GoldenEye was because we never had one, but GoldenEye would definitely be the one that we played the most around at my mate's house.
Yeah.
And they were in the early days as well, so when you start sneaking a couple of beers and things like that. So yeah, when you're
um
like 13, 14, oh, I probably would have been like 14. Yeah,
I remember when my cousins used to thrash WCW vs NWO.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we used to thrash the
yeah.
shit out of that one.
I sold my N64 like a couple of years ago. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, I got too much stuff. I'm just gonna sell some things that I don't play. But
Yeah.
I kind of wish I didn't. Like, you know, there's so many of them around. I can get another one, but just they've gone up in price since then, so it's just hard to buy everything back. But
Yeah.
mm.
Hard out. And kind of like if you are still if you're doing any kind of modern type of games, what's something that you've kind of recently played?
um, the only ones I really like give too much time to, I like the Gran Turismo games. Um, the newer one was stink, that online only one with no Gran Turismo mode. But and then like Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, they sort of get me.
Yep.
Um, oh, no, not the Last of Us, Uncharted. I played those ones. They're sort of
Okay.
probably the long ones, but then other than that, just the kids play the PlayStation most of the time.
Yeah.
They love
Yeah.
playing, but they actually like playing Spyro, the newer one. They remastered it,
Okay. Yeah.
all the original ones, Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. So that's good
Yeah.
fun playing those together.
Those are nice little go-tos, eh?
Yeah,
Enjoy
And then I
those.
showed them the old original one on the PS1, and they like, why does he look so weird?
What is this shit?
Why is he all triangle? Yeah. And I
Damn.
was like, and then because that one you can't use the thumbstick either, you have to use the D-pad on that original one. So they can't even get them to move on that one. But I have to teach them about the olden days.
Yeah, back in my day.
Yeah.
Movies, bro. What kind of movies do you remember growing up with?
Um, yeah, like the Batman ones. Those are some of the early ones I saw. And then Indiana Jones is probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And then Jaws. The one that traumatized me the most, I had to leave the cinema crying, was The Witches. Did you ever see that as a kid?
I watched it recently, bro. It was freaking scary. The original Witches,
The original one, yeah.
bro. With
My
is it,
mum,
who was it?
Angelica
Angelica
Houston.
Houston. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
it was
That freaked me out. Not anytime my mum and after that, anytime my mum and dad would go out for dinner or something, and when the kid goes into the room the next morning and their bed's all made, I'd like, it's just traumatized me so bad. And I'd be looking at all the women's toes, like if we go to the shopping mall to see if they had square toes or purple eyes, or that's
I'm a big scaredy cat, so I don't like. I can't. I'm such a scaredy cat. I can't even watch thrillers, bro. That's how
yeah,
like scaredy cat I get.
yeah,
But one of the movies that used to get me was it. That used to
it,
get me. Yeah,
yeah,
that used to get me real good.
yeah. I never watched it as a kid. I watched Candyman, but
Oh, Candyman. Damn.
yeah.
What else used to get me,
I
bro?
need to confess something though. That's everyone probably thinks I know everything about it, but I'd never watched a Star Wars movie.
Are you fucking serious, bro?
Yeah.
None of them.
I was like, fuck it, I gotta, sorry, excuse the language, I was like, stuff it, I gotta watch the Star Wars movies. So about 5 years ago, I watched the first one.
Like as in episode one or
No, A
Star
New Hope.
Wars?
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Shit.
and that's as far as I got.
Was it just bored or what? Boring?
I just never got, I don't even have any reason, I just never got round to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My brother used to watch them all the time, but like I remember watching little bits of them, like I remember there being those big walking robot things, and
Yeah.
yeah, but I was just more into Indiana Jones and Back to the Future and
Oh, yeah,
stuff
fair
like that.
enough.
So
Yeah. I remember watching Indiana Jones when he did the sandbag swap with the skull,
oh yeah, yeah,
and then I
on that
remember
pressure sensor thing. Yeah,
the Simpsons did like a reenactment of it.
yeah,
Bart was doing like a reenactment of it
yeah,
during
yeah.
that time, which was pretty cool.
Oh, The Simpsons. Don't get me started on The Simpsons.
Oh, for reals?
There's a segue.
I I wasn't quite allowed to watch The Simpsons, but I
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah. I think my parents would like kind of watch for a little bit,
yeah,
like see what today's episode theme was, and then
yeah,
they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you can watch this one. It's all right."
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was I remember when the first episode was the first time I was ever allowed to start to 8 o'clock at night to watch something. So I was probably like 6 years old. Was it 1991 or something that it came out? Yeah,
Do you
I
remember
remember
that?
watching that, and then after that, because that was sort of the afternoon TV shows that we could watch. So
Yep.
I was always into like Full House, Fresh Prince,
Oh,
and
Full
then The Simpsons.
House.
Those sort of 4:30 to
Yeah.
6 o'clock kind of ones. So
Um. What
yeah,
else did I say? Urkel. What was that? Family Matters.
yeah,
That was another
yeah,
goodie. What else did I used to watch? Bro, did you watch Saved by the Bell by any
yeah,
chance?
yeah.
Bro, I love that
With
shit.
Screech and Slater and
Slater, Zach, man,
Zach, yeah,
yeah,
Mr. Belding,
Mr.
yeah,
Far
yeah,
up. I still know the song, the theme
yeah,
song. Like,
yeah, yeah,
play that shit to me and I'll start singing away.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
That's
I'd
the
say
thing.
that.
The theme songs were so good.
The jingles, the themes, bro,
Yeah,
they had like, yeah, that it was real,
the
and that was
Full House song.
part of the fun too. Like, was
Yeah,
singing the jingles and
yeah,
the theme
yeah,
songs as well.
yeah,
That's why I loved
and,
Pokemon, at the end of the show.
yeah. Or the Pokemon rap.
Bro,
Yeah,
I love that shit,
yeah.
Man, it's
But
so
someone should
good.
start a karaoke, but you can just do that. You can choose the Pokemon raps as the.
Are you serious? Holy crap!
Yeah.
Is it like the full one, like the first 150, like the first
Yeah.
generation?
Oh, that's the only one. That's the only one that counts.
I stopped after the 150 when they started
Yeah.
introducing new
Yeah.
ones. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
no. It's
Yeah. I
too
started
much.
playing Pokemon Gold on the Game Boy, but yeah, there's just too many. Like
Yeah.
it's the same sort of game, but yeah, it just didn't have the same appeal as
What did I
the
play?
original ones.
My son's got a 3DS, Nintendo 3DS, and he had Sun.
Yeah.
I played that, gave that a go just for nostalgic reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Didn't
Yeah.
mind it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
I
just
should just stop being such a grumpy old man and give them the time of day.
nah, there was like this thing called Zygote, and you had to
Yeah.
pick up different. I was just like, that's too much going
It's
on.
too hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
just
want to go and just waste Gary in the Pokemon League.
bro. And I'm like moaning to my son, "Where's Squirtle? I need a Squirtle. I want
Yeah.
Squirtle." And he's like,
He's like, "Where's
"Those
Squirtle?"
old." Yeah, he's like, "They're not in these games, bro."
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
this is shit.
This is dumb. You've ruined it. I
Yeah.
played a bit of Pokemon Go with my 6-year-old during lockdown. We just go for some walks, and I told her about that because she found this Pokemon trainer's handbook that I had out here in the garage, and she's been reading. She's been reading up about all of them. And then she wanted to play Pokemon, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot about Pokemon Go," so I downloaded that, and we went out on some little missions around here. So
Yep.
yeah,
Teach her about the different type of balls and how to use them, what their
yeah.
purpose is, and yep.
I don't even know how to get to the shop to buy new balls. I can't even figure that part out. We used all the free balls up.
I gave it a go away, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most things that I do anyway, I was just like, I
Yeah.
bored of that.
That's why I like something I could just pick up and put. No, it doesn't require too much.
Yeah.
It's too tired most of the time at the end of the day, and once you get
There was too much socializing for me, like people teaming up and then meeting at different places. I'm just like, bro, I just want to
walk around and catch some Pokemon.
get out of my own reality and just play this thing and then, kind of switch off. Not make it a semi full-time job. Looking for Pokemon around town.
And you don't want to get hit by a bus. Remember those stories about the people that are like just like looking down and get run over?
I remember because I'm in kōrero, and there's not at the time when Pokemon Go came out, there weren't too many like gyms and stuff around here. So we would go over to Rotorua, and then the amount of grown adults just hanging around, bro, at these different spots, and I was like, damn, I need to go home. I'm such a loser.
You're trying to go in disguise so no one recognizes you.
Bro, like, I don't even have my child with me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have my kid with me or anyone's kid with me. I'm a loser. I'm going home. Yeah, bro. Pokemon was mean. I just recently, it's literally this week, followed the actress who's the voice of Ash.
Is it late?
It's a lady, bro.
Oh, like Bart Simpson too.
Are you serious? But
yeah, that's a woman too.
What? Damn. But yeah, bro. So Ash Ketchum is played by a female voice actress. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I followed her on TikTok. I was like, hell yeah, you're part of my childhood. I'm following you.
Yeah.
And it shows she's got videos of herself performing like the different voices that she does.
It's crazy, eh?
Man, that's a whole nother
I've seen it with
thing.
some Simpsons ones, and they just start doing all the different voices.
Who's the actor there? The famous actor who...
Hank Azaria?
Hank Azaria, bro.
Yeah. He does so many. Like,
he's talented, man.
Yeah.
Because he's actually a good actor as well. Like,
he's in like Night at the Museum, and I was in all sorts. Night at the Museum is the only thing I can remember from recently that I've watched. But
he was on that movie, and he played like an exotic.
Yeah. And
Ben
he's trying
Stiller?
to seduce. Yeah.
Was Ben Stiller? No, was it Ben Stiller? No.
Yeah, and is he like the yoga instructor and does all sorts of things? Yeah. And he wears like a leopard skin thong or something, eh? Yeah. What movie is that?
I'm trying to remember.
Not Along Came Polly, no. It's not that. That's not it.
I feel like it's a Ben Stiller movie.
Yeah, you're right.
But he played that real well, and he was hilarious in that. And he was ripped, bro.
Yeah.
He was like quite ripped for that one.
Yeah.
I remember...
There's like 3 or 4 people on The Simpsons that do so many of the characters.
Yeah, I didn't realize that as you get older, you learn a bit more about the world. That different characters had different. Like I always thought one person had only one voice only, and that's the voice that you
and they're there having a
used.
conversation in the booth.
And you realize, holy shit, this one person is like 15 people.
Yeah.
And how the hell do they have 15 voices? But no, they do.
They can do it.
Shit, yeah. Super talented. Those.
What's the scene like down in Caldo for thrifting and stuff like that?
Bro, they just opened up a op shop specifically for me, bro.
Really?
Nah, they just opened up a hospice here last week. So, I'm happy as Larry because it's now a 4th op shop here for me to go to.
Oh, yeah.
So for a small rural town, bro, the op shops are going off.
That's good.
So it's quite good for me, because I might be the only one like kind of picking down here.
Yeah.
That I know of. Otherwise, and really cool, bro. So I've got a lot of generational families here. So people that moved here, back in the 50s for the mill, and did real well. A lot of money around back those days. So people were traveling and going overseas, and that whole generation of bloody hoarders, bro. So I'm finding nowadays that a lot of their stuff, because people are getting older and stuff and moving on, a lot of the stuff's ending up at the
making
op
its way
shops.
back.
So I'm in there, kind of knowing what I'm looking for. So it's been pretty cool. Managed to pick up a few cool things. But I do tend to see though, especially on like on Instagram, like you got your page and a few other people. I guess the more populated areas, you're gonna find a little bit more stuff. But no, it does quite well for a little town.
It's hard work up here. Like you can go to
a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic going in the shops. Yeah, and
it's got so much busier the last few years. There's so many new people out there. School holidays is the worst. You can't even step foot in them in the school holidays.
Yeah, I remember watching. I think Smash was talking about it one time. He was talking about the Karens. The Karen thrifters. He hit me in fits because I've seen some of them around. I think more so in Tauranga area. I saw them, but
I've been there so many times in Tauranga in the mountain. I don't think I've ever found more than about 5 things total that I've ever picked up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Had no luck there.
Nah, yeah, I do. Yeah, I can see from just Instagram alone. Definitely, people in the cities do tend to find more like video games. Like really cool toys and stuff like that. And Hamilton as well is another one. But Christchurch, Auckland, Hamilton, I tend to see that. And then more like the outlier towns, I tend to see people picking up a lot more like clothes. Like really cool nostalgic and vintage clothes. But I think yourself, a lot of stuff you pick up, bro, I'm just like, damn, I didn't know that existed, or damn, I didn't even know that came to New Zealand. Or
sometimes I don't either. I don't even really go in there looking for things. Like I usually have a scan through the men's t-shirts and then the games if there's anything, and then board games, and then through the toys and stuff like that. But I don't even go looking for anything really because I'm just doing it for fun. So and if I see anything I can find and sell, then I do that and make a bit of pocket money on the side to buy some other random old trinkets. But I just enjoy doing it. I like that. I just like the thrill of the hunt and like finding, like when you do find something cool, and I like the buzz of it really. So I don't think I could ever do it like full time, although I wouldn't mind. But my dream would be to like open a shop that does coffee in the morning, sells cool clothes, games, toys, whatever, board games. And then you can sell good beers at night time. That'd be my and records too, because music's probably my main thing that I actually collect for myself. So
vinyls. You kind of what's your, I guess your musical genre kind of is quite broad, I imagine.
Pretty broad. But I've got lots of sort of lots of 60s, 70s Beatles, Rolling Stones, Neil Young, Doors, through to 80s Dire Straits, Eagles, but then even like Wham. I've got Eazy-E records. I've got Dr. Dre. I've
Wow.
got Sublime. I've been
Damn.
delving into the 90s a bit more and buying a few of my favorite 90s albums on
Cool.
vinyl too. So
Nice.
I've got Pearl Jam ones and Foo Fighters and just all sorts.
My father-in-law has got a quite an impressive vinyl collection for someone. I don't even think he was a collector. He just
Yeah.
kept his shit.
Yeah.
But he's actually turned into a collector now, and he's actually
Yeah.
going out and buying LPs and stuff. I have to take
Yeah.
some photos, bro, for you. I'll send them.
Yeah.
To have a look.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't put too much about records and stuff on the page because it's just I don't know that many people are interested in it. But
Yeah. I'll put you on to a good friend of mine. He actually he's a DJ as well, so he does like recently released a New Zealand soul mixtape, or
oh
yeah, and it was all New Zealand based
yeah,
like bands and artists and stuff. So
yeah,
it was, that's been really educational as well for me, because I didn't
yeah,
realize, like, holy crap, is this New Zealand music? Like, are
yeah,
these
yeah,
New Zealand artists?
yeah,
So that's been really cool. But I'll send you a link to the bro's
yeah.
SoundCloud. I think he's got it.
Yeah, I just love listening to music, playing music, all
Yeah.
sorts. Yeah, so
Who did I have? I tend to go for, so I like grew up on hip hop and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was always interested in the samples.
yeah,
And so I started digging for those records,
yeah,
like the samples that Dr. Dre used to make
Yeah.
Chronic.
Yeah.
That kind of interested me more so than like looking for Dr. Dre LP. So I've been hunting for like Ohio Players. Have you heard of them?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they've been looking for Ohio Players. They're the original, the guys who did the original for Roller Coaster that Chili Peppers do. The Roller Coaster.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So they're the original guys.
Yeah.
That did that song.
That was the first CD I ever bought with my own money. That on CD single.
You serious?
Yeah.
I remember
With my own money.
That's
I had
crazy.
I had some other CDs before that.
Chili
That my parents and stuff had brought, but yeah.
Chili Peppers was one of the bands that I would listen to that helped me learn how to play guitar.
Yeah.
So I used to I dubbed Most Wanted. Remember Most Wanted, the music
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
TV show? I dubbed it because Californication had come out during that
Yeah.
time. I dubbed
That was
that.
such a rad video, that one.
Bro, I dubbed that videotape and I played it, rewind, played it, rewind, played it,
Yeah.
rewind, played it, right until I could play the whole song, bro. It took
Yeah.
me, I think,
Yeah.
two days, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned that one as well back then.
Yeah. And then the little solos. Yep,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Have you ever played the game Crazy Taxi? That it's on like PS2 and I think it came out on
Nah.
Dreamcast.
No, I
That's what
haven't.
it's like. That video is like a.
Like a
I
nod.
don't know if the game's like a version of the video, or the video is like a takeoff of
Oh,
the
yeah.
game, but they're
Oh, yeah.
super similar.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
cool game too. You just got to drive around picking people up and hooning them to their destinations and trying to get. That was an arcade game too that we used to play down
shit.
at your funds.
That sounds familiar now that you talk about it.
But then it was ported onto like PS2 kind of era.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a cool game.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. The cabinet behind
Yeah.
me there. So it's a project.
Yeah.
I actually picked it up in Ohope, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I picked that up and then gutted it out because what is it called? CRT?
Oh, yeah, the old TV in it.
The tube, the tube in it stuffed. So I gutted it and we took all the old joystick stuff out of it. So we've put a retro Pi inside.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a few games on there, but
Yeah.
we've only got the PS1 USB controllers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just slowly we're getting there. We're gonna get the like, what do you call them? The Sanwa style buttons and
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 6 buttons or whatever they are.
yeah. Eventually we'll get
Get
there.
some Street Fighter going.
Yeah, that's the idea. It was one of the dreams, like always as a kid, I want to own my own arcade machine.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a good way of doing it with the Retro Pi as well, because you can just keep adding stuff and
bro. Yeah, and like because I think the emulators I have on it, I've got right up to I got from like I got everything up to maybe Sega Master System.
Yeah.
Or do I have Sega? No, I have Sega. I've got Mega Drive too. Everything up to PS1. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So it's quite a good, neat catalog.
Yeah.
Got enough games
Yeah.
there anyway. So and it includes the MAMEs as well,
Yeah.
and like all the MAME arcades.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I wouldn't mind setting up something like that.
yeah,
I had a Sega Rally machine in the garage for a while.
yeah.
The
What the big ass?
the big double one.
Holy shit!
I got one of them off Facebook Marketplace, but yeah, it took up like half my garage. So we had a mean night, just like a games night. I had everything. I had Mario Kart set up, all these TVs set up, and then everyone had to bring $10, and we did like a time trial tournament on Sega Rally
Oh wow!
because only one of the sides worked. The screen was blowing on the other one.
Yeah.
So it was just the fastest time, or whoever could get the furthest, or if you got all the way to the end, like the fastest time. And there was prize money and yeah,
That's a great idea.
lots of beers had, and then I sold it a couple of months later after that.
I might have to do that. Once I get this machine up and running, I might have to do the old. All right, lads.
Yeah.
Tournament time.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
settle
good
the
fun.
Street Fighter
Especially-
champion of kōrero.
Yeah, and if you just chuck it, like it's not much money. Just everyone brings $10 or $20, and yeah, there's something in it for everyone. Like it gets the motivation levels up and the competition going. So,
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
and you had to wear a full race helmet when you were sitting in the cartoon.
You have to come in costume as your favorite character, guys.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
don't, you're not allowed in.
Yeah. No, that's what I like doing it for. It's just having fun, pretty much. So
Yeah. I think one of the times I spoke to you, maybe last week or the week before, you were sorting through quite a lot of cars, bro.
oh yeah, that's right.
How'd you get
Alright.
on?
This is the stuff that's. This is the stuff that was no good.
Okay.
All the like no-name brand stuff. But then there's a massive box of I don't want to stick it on the Micro Machines van that's sitting down there. Yeah, there was a big box of like good 90s or like 70s up to 90s Matchbox and Hot Wheels ones, which is pretty cool. And then some real old ones like the the old original Lesney Matchbox ones,
Yeah.
like real probably 60s. There's
Oh,
quite a few of them, so
wow.
I was just going to bundle them and put them on trade because
Yeah.
I'll
I
just
man-
get wrecked if my kids play with them. So
I managed to find a couple here in kōrero actually.
Yeah.
They were inside a early late 70s, early 80s KFC box.
oh yeah,
And I found a whole bunch of Lesney cars in there.
Yeah.
Mint condition. Some of them
Yeah.
still had the box as well. So yeah,
Really?
I was pretty stoked at that.
they go for quite good money. Some of them.
Yeah, I even had the plastic carry box as well.
Oh, with all the little slots to put them in.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right.
I recently sold it when we went into lockdown, and
Yeah.
and I did a live just of random shit, not clothes, because I knew people were at home just
Yeah.
chilling and like no one could do anything. So I was like, oh man, I might as well sell
I
this
missed
shit.
that one. I should have jumped in that one.
I sold a whole bunch of stuff like VHS and toys.
Yeah.
I think I even sold like glassware, bro. Like that's how.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's how desperate everyone got, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I've got some glassware in my death pile that I need to list as well.
It wasn't until I started thrifting that glassware became a thing for me. Like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit! Like I started looking for mugs and glasses with Player of the Day on them.
Oh, yeah.
Like they just had to have Player of the Day on it, and like
Yeah.
yeah. So I managed to find the Lion Red one and the DB Draft one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why. I just wanted Player of the Day ones.
Yeah.
And then I was actually talking to Ractiggers about how we would, like I started learning about Crown Lynn and just
Oh, yeah. Or the pottery and ceramics and stuff.
man, and
Yeah.
it was really cool because his background, his parents were antique dealers,
Yeah. Oh, really?
so he grew up with the background like
Yeah.
having this kind of strong base knowledge of all of the
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Just not by choice, just by default, because his parents were antique dealers. So he'd
Yeah. Far out, I didn't know that.
if you ever come across anything, go hit up the bro, because
Yeah.
he could definitely point you in the right direction.
Well, this girl I know was selling a whole bunch of Crownland stuff last week, or the week before. Yeah.
Yeah, well, bro, yeah, he might be a good
Yeah.
contact. It was quite cool though, because Crownland, my grandmother's sister worked in Crownland pretty much her whole professional life.
Is it in New Lynn?
It was in New Lynn, bro.
Yeah, it was. That's
Yeah, it was in New Lynn. And then
Yeah.
my grandmother, my auntie's sister, my grandmother, she worked at Line 7 back when
Yeah.
it was still in Te Aratu North.
Far out. Is that where it
Factory.
first started?
Yeah, oh, I think so, because my
Yeah.
dad was telling me, 'cause, yeah, my mum worked at Line 7. It was just up the
Yeah.
road. And I was like, what the hell? For real? She's like, yeah. It's like, damn. Back when I think it's called Te Aratu Peninsula now, but
Yeah.
back when it was called Te Aratu North.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of history there. So it's quite cool when I see either Crownland or Line 7 stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a little
I saw some real old Line 7 wet weather gear. It had like a real big tag in it in the back.
yeah.
And
And the old school block, and then the big
yeah,
red
it
7.
might have been
Yeah.
yeah. But I ummed and ahed about it, but then I was just like, I don't know enough about this stuff, and it's a pretty unique thing to have to try and move on.
Yeah.
Like someone would probably buy it, but it was like some real heavy duty wet weather gear, like
Damn.
yeah,
Like
I know what
for
you
a
did last
boat?
summer, like the
Oh.
fisherman kind of
I was gonna say, is it like sort of boating type of
yeah.
gear?
It was like dark green. I can't even remember how much it might have been, like $35. No, 'cause there was probably money in it, but I just didn't know enough about it to.
Yeah.
And my death pile was pretty huge then, so I was
Yeah,
being a bit picky.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I've learned now, just in terms of my curating process.
yeah,
Yeah, just some stuff you just gotta leave it, eh?
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
unless I've like that's another thing. Like just I like learning about different areas of it as well. So
hard up, bro.
I started out just pretty much selling video games and stuff like that. Then you get into the toys and then into board games, and board games are a tough one because some of them you might make $10 or $15, but it's a big thing to have to ship, and it's a big thing to have to
True.
store, and it's
Yeah.
But I sold heaps during lockdown during the level 4 one here because I had stockpiles of them. I brought these 2 huge lots off a family friend that worked for Hasbro, and she was moving house and sold. She had all the stuff, so lots of it was just like sort of 2000 sort of stuff. Lots of board games,
I
sealed
actually,
games and stuff like that. So
I think I remember having this conversation with you.
yeah,
Like we were messaging, yeah.
yeah. Because I picked the first lot up about 6 months ago, probably, and then the second lot about maybe I don't even know what month it is anymore, being in lockdown, but maybe 3 or 4 months ago. But I only really had a proper chance to start going through it during lockdown, so
Yeah.
I managed to move quite a bit of sort of filler stuff that I wasn't like good stuff, and all the people that were home desperate for stuff for kids to do and things, I managed to sell a whole lot of board games and
Yeah.
Play-Doh and puzzles and just all sorts of things like that. So
Oh no, that's cool. That's awesome.
yeah,
I like it's a good range, bro. And like this is what I like about your page as well. It's just a
yeah,
really good range. You got clothes, you got family games, you got toys, you got
yeah,
video games, you got stuff that's for all ages and
yeah,
era as well, like for
yeah,
era as well, which is
yeah.
really you
I
were
just started like just anything that I thought was interesting or cool or yeah,
yeah.
and then
Have you ever watched Retro Rick on YouTube?
no,
I'll send you a link after this, bro. But for me, I feel like you're like the New Zealand version of him, bro.
Retro Rick.
Retro Rick.
I'll be Retro Rick Rude.
Oh, ravishing Rick Retromania.
Yeah,
I think I'll send you the link, bro. I think you might enjoy his content, eh?
yeah.
He's got some pretty
I
cool
need
stuff.
something to watch because my wife's been watching. She's just been bloody
Renovation
binging
shit?
all these shows, and I'm just like,
Oh, fuck.
don't
What's
know.
she watching, bro? Renovation crap?
No, she's been watching Sex Education, one on Netflix.
Okay.
I think it's on Netflix or Neon maybe. But yeah, I got left. She just leaves me behind on them. So.
Yeah. I don't bother. Like, I feel like my daughter knows more about TV shows because of TikTok, so I don't even bother watching stuff with her.
Yeah.
She spoiled Squid Games for me. She hasn't even seen
How old are
it.
your kids?
So my boy's 15, so I started early. And
Yeah.
then my girl is 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're basically ready to move out soon.
Yeah.
But they get a real good kick out of
Yeah.
spoiling things for dad.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they love it.
Yeah.
So she spoiled Squid Games for me, so I just went off on my own, watched that.
Yeah. I haven't started watching that yet.
I'm a huge advocate for kung fu movies and watching
Yeah.
subtitled because that's how my uncle from Tonga learned how to speak English.
Oh, really?
Is from watching kung fu movies, yeah.
Oh,
And
right.
he would read the subtitles. That's how he learned.
Yeah.
So I'm real that little nostalgic memory of him and him sharing that with me.
Yeah.
I always watch kung fu movies and watch the subtitles. So now that I'm older, I started watching it in the Korean version, and I was fuck this.
Oh, because you can do that or like a dub version, eh?
Yeah, I just went to the dub, bro. I gave in.
Yeah.
It was just so much easier.
Yeah.
I know. I put it down to age, bro, and just pure laziness.
Yeah.
Didn't want to read anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to get into like audiobooks. But then I'll just fall asleep as soon as I start listening to one of them. I'll just be nodding off.
You ever listen to that Matthew McConaughey puts you to sleep? Have you?
No?
I would have to see that.
I'll have to try that. Yeah.
He just talks to you, bro, and with the intention of putting you to sleep. So.
Oh, he's got such a soothing voice. I can see that.
It's actually really calming, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll admit, I've listened to it a few times. But yeah.
So do you pretty much look for as clothes like you go to, or you just?
I love clothes. So like I played basketball all through childhood, high school, even as a young adult. And the affinity between basketball, hip hop, street culture, pop culture. So I was always kind of drawn to clothes and sneakers and stuff. So that's a big part of it. And I think a big part too is like, because it was a nice, easy way for me to start a small business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without having to like make a huge lifestyle change or take a big risk kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I thought, and it's a nice little, if I can finish it, I can finish it whenever I'd like. Like it's I don't owe money or
there's no massive overheads, no leases to it's just it
was just a nice way, and I still get the benefits, I suppose, of learning of what it's like to run a business, and to a certain degree, I suppose. There's not huge amounts of money being made, but the exercise in itself is like still there. Like I'm still learning. But so and clothes to me was like the main. Just people love clothes. Like it's the quickest thing to go and get rid of as well. So but outside of that, I do a lot of just like yourself, bro. Just random shit, just stuff that I remember from like holy shit.
Anything that's interesting,
And I was talking to the bro Josh at Too Much, my bro, in One World of Sport, and he actually
he's in Japan now, is it?
The bro's in Japan. He actually got me into this mindset of actually kind of like going to bat for New Zealand's kind of brand stuff, like over US kind of stuff, which he really made me think, which is awesome. But because his whole thing is around Canterbury of New Zealand, like
I love all his gears,
man,
the Canterbury gears and the Line 7,
and it got me really thinking, like, you know what, he's right, like we should be kind of like celebrating our own stuff as well, and kind of in a way batting for our the home team in a sense in terms of clothes and vintage stuff as well. So kind of changed how I curate again, just from talking to different people. And now like Line 7 used to be from farmers for me. You can get that shit from farmers. Now when I look at Line 7, I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. Man, that's So mostly clothes.
That was when Body Glove went to the warehouse. It kind of ruined Body Glove a wee bit, but
it did, Well, because they'd started doing that parallel import stuff, so they were getting real, I mean, I get it on their end in terms of business, but
Yeah,
they needed to understand how things work in the hierarchy
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
brands.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah, yeah,
I
for
just like,
sure.
I just love. I've met a few people from the community, and like, there's a few local guys. Like, I bump into Thrift Scores NZ.
My guy, yeah,
Yeah, he's always there's this one hospice shop.
it's a spot, is it?
10 o'clock opening day. If you ever want to bump into him, go down there. 'Cause he's they're straight to the back to the bins, and I just sort of toddle off around the side, sneak around this way, go down that way. But I get a bit I don't like crowds too much, so I don't think I'll ever get into that real hustle of like pushing people out of the way to dive into the bins and things like that. But
Oh, it's that serious, bro.
yeah, I think it can be.
I don't,
There's
I don't.
always the island. There's a whole lot of island ladies there too.
Yeah,
They're like just outside the door, peering in at like 9:30. The shop opens at 10 o'clock, and
come
then
on, aunties, come on,
yeah, yeah.
aunties.
And then Mufti op shop's down there quite a bit too. He's a cool dude. And then
He's
yeah,
on.
Smash lives not too far away from here, so
Mufti's is on my to visit list for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a few spots. Peeps is another one. Rex is another one.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people.
Yeah,
I
I'd like
know.
to see. I'd like to see some of those South Island guys.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love for them to come up to North Island at
Yeah,
our different little pop ups and
yeah,
markets and stuff because I think they
yeah,
do so
yeah,
well. Or even if
yeah.
a lot of us went
And then
down, that'd be
I
cool.
went to the Hamilton Vintage Market just before we went into lockdown as well. So
Yep,
I met Matt from Percy's Vintage there, and
cool.
Ra from Thrifted Streetwear, and
Yep,
yeah, like you talk to them and stuff like that through the page. It was nice to be able to put a face to the name and
yeah, for sure.
yeah, have a bit of a little chat to them. And yeah, Smash was there, and yeah, Thrift Scores was there too. So that was pretty much the last thing I did before, and then we've been in lockdown ever since. That was a Saturday, and then we went into lockdown on the Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's been
I was in Hamilton that weekend,
yeah,
but I don't know. I had some like sort of like whānau kaupapa
yeah.
on, so I didn't really. I can't remember what I
That's
was
what I
doing.
was down there for too. It was my cousin's 21st. So
Yeah, no, that's because I
yeah,
messaged you.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you going to the? Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, but yeah,
We popped in there in the afternoon. We're quite late, like 3 o'clock or something, but we're still pumping pretty well. And then
dope.
you went to the 21st. Felt pretty old.
Yeah,
I just went in a t-shirt and jeans. I went in like no, I went in a
didn't even bother it
oh, that's just because it's what I wear. But they were all like dressed up
to
like
the
they were going to a
nines.
school ball. Yeah, yeah. We had
What
fun.
I was gonna say, but yeah, now that market would be cool, and I'd love to see the South Island guys.
Yeah,
But I'd love to go down there actually,
yeah,
and go for a pick as well, because
yeah,
man, I think between yourself, Kiwi Vintage is another guy that
yeah,
usually picks up some dope stuff, and
yeah,
the bro One Rack,
yeah,
he
yeah,
picks up a lot of good stuff as well.
yeah,
And actually, Ra picks up some nice like random stuff as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You
She's
should
got
hear all
a
those crazy frog key
yeah,
rings.
she's got a good
Yeah,
eye. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, but you're just talking about how people are bumping into each other. So yeah, I don't.
yeah,
Got some nice luxuries where I am, I
yeah,
suppose, being
yeah,
the person kind of doing what I'm doing. So
yeah. But just from like being at that one shop I was talking about, like Jordan from Thrift Scores was there. He picked out a real cool Atlanta Olympics t-shirt
nice.
from the bins. I'm standing there. Oh, what size is that? XL. That's my size. And I just brought it off him right there and then.
Yeah.
And I found a Nike jacket and I sold it to Mufti right there, and he just brought it straight out of my hands. So it's good like that. Like they made some money on it, obviously, but I got a good deal I was happy with, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing that Luca
And
from
I'm not
Ins
there to tread on their toes. I don't need to. I'm not. Yeah.
yeah,
I just do it. I
nice.
just do it for fun. I don't need to buy. I don't need to buy bulk or anything. I just enjoy doing it, and I
Yep.
just enjoy wagging my real life and real responsibilities and going through it pretty much.
I living vi
Until the phone rings and someone gets shit at me because I'm late for their job.
I'm living vicariously through you guys. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
um
I have my fair share of time, but yeah, especially now I'm trying to more just run things. Like I just go set these guys up and then leave them to it, and then I'll go hit 2 or 3 shops in that area, and then I've got to go to another job and drop something off there, and then I'll just scoot on over there and hit another couple of shops. And
Yep. Just wary of time, bro, and we've gone way over my allotted time, but that's how it is, though, eh? When we're talking about shit that we're like passionate about and we love. Just to finish this off, bro, I've got it started off with 5 questions, like quick 5 questions, but it's turned into like, I don't know, 10. But these are just quick 5 questions for you, bro, and feel free to dig a bit deep into them as well, and I'll probably So the first one is music. So who's your, if it's Sam's chilling at home Friday night, just got a few brews out, gonna listen to some music, who's your go-to?
It depends on the mood, but like as far as I could listen to them anytime, anywhere, probably the Rolling Stones.
Nice.
Yeah.
My son asked me a question yesterday. Who's the greatest rock band ever? Yeah. And then he said, I asked kōrero, and kōrero wasn't sure. He couldn't answer it. And then it kind of dwindled down to just 2. So it was between the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. In my 15-year-old son's mind, that's who he thought. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no arguments there. I could list 100 of them, but
that's not bad. Beatles, Rolling Stones, not bad.
Yeah. When I went to the Rolling Stones concert in 2006, I think it was, at Western Springs, and we just brought the cheapest, nastiest tickets, thinking we were going to be like way up the top of the hill, sitting like behind Auckland Zoo or something like that. But then we got there and we were sort of saying, "Oh, we got these tickets," and they kept pointing closer to the stage. Keep going, and we were sitting in the front row. Something happened because we just brought the most budget tickets and ended up with five front row centre tickets.
Damn.
Seated. Yeah.
Sweet ass.
Like 2 meters away from, probably like 3 or 4 meters away from Mick Jagger. And
sweet ass.
I don't know what happened, but I wasn't arguing.
Bro. Yeah. The rock gods were shining down on you that day, bro. What the hell?
Yeah.
How many of you?
5. It was me, my dad, my 2 brothers, and one of my best mates.
Sweet. So people you want to have that experience with as well, eh? What? Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. That is cool.
I still don't know what happened. There was some glitch that worked in our favour, but
Right. Wait, did you start off with, oh, we're supposed to be here, and then did the smile just keep growing, bro?
Yeah.
The closer you got to the stage.
Yeah. Because there was different guards at like different points along the way, and we stood, we don't know where our seats are, and they're like, oh yeah, no, you keep going that way, and then eventually you can't go any further.
What was the old man like?
Oh, he was stoked. Yeah, he'd seen them at Western Springs in the 70s and stuff like that, playing on the back of a truck, and at like 2 he said they were always in the afternoon because they didn't have stadium lights or anything like that. So
holy shit,
he'd seen them like 4 or 5 times, but never from the front row like that. So
damn, that's cool. Yeah, and then to do it with the lads as well, like your bros and your dad. That's cool. That's mean.
I didn't have any phone with a camera or anything, so I couldn't take any photos, but that's all.
Yeah, the memories are there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so that's music. Got the Stones, the bros listening to the Stones. Music after that, we'll go food, bro. So you're in Auckland. You can go anywhere you want, bro. And you got a big range in Auckland, bro. Yeah. So where would you go to? And it might, like you said, it might be the mood, but yeah, after work Friday, bro, where are you going to?
There's some real good little burger shops. So there's one called Ralph's and there's another one called Burger Geek. So I'll probably go to one of them. Yeah.
Where are they?
Both in the city.
Oh yeah.
Ralph's is on K Road, I think.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't been there for ages, but Burger Geek's on Simon Street.
Okay.
Up by where Cheapskates, up that sort of way.
I can't remember.
Heading from the city to like top of Mount Eden Road kind of way.
Okay.
Real good though.
Yeah. Burger Geek.
Yeah.
Geek. Yeah. All right. I'll have to remember that one. Next time I'm in the Tamaki Makovid area.
Oh, I was going to say that. I was going to drop that one in the chat sometime. Next time when they're finally allowed in, and when people actually want to come back in, it's
Yeah. So
two different things.
so you're nice and simple burger guy, burger fries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm pretty good like that. Um, if I'm in Auckland though, where would I go? I've got a few takeaway spots that I usually go to because they were like locals from when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
yeah, nothing. I do like to get a bit adventurous or spontaneous as well. Just try something different, eh?
Yeah.
You never know. Like I
Yeah, I
wasn't,
like curries and I like
yeah,
all
bro.
sorts. Yeah.
I was never had no interest in Thai food
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
until I actually was made to go to one, and then
Yeah.
just from then on, eh?
Yeah.
Hooked.
Yeah, I probably prefer Thai ones over Indian ones. I like them
Bro,
both, but yeah, Thai
bro, I
would be
was
mine.
hooked, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and then like growing up, like my old man's Islander, so rice was a bit of a staple,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
in the home.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I had like Thai rice that I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this is how you get
Yeah.
rice.
Our treat was going to Sunmar takeaways down in Beach Haven to get the like sweet and sour pork and combination noodles, and
yeah.
that was our real takeaway treat. We
Oh
still go
man,
over. There's like my mum and dad come to Auckland. We'll drive all the way over to Beach Haven. It's about
go
20
to our
minutes
spot,
from my
go
house to
to our
get to
spot.
Sunmar and get the takeaways. Yeah.
Nice.
It's cold by the time you get home, but
I remember when I lived in Auckland. When did I live in Auckland? As a young adult, I lived in Auckland. I can't give you the circa. It was circa maybe 2008, 9. But I remember when Auckland had like this grading system, like in all the restaurants and bakeries and shit. I was like, what the fuck is this,
like A down to E.
bro? And then my mate was telling me, oh, bro, don't go to anything like C down. I'm like, what? I ain't going for anything at A down, bro. Like,
C for cockroaches. Yeah.
like, bro.
Yeah, it's not like school C.
If it ain't got an A, then we ain't okay. Like, damn.
Yeah. I was talking to someone who a friend used to run a cafe, and she said it's so hard to not get an A, so they don't know what any other people are doing. Yeah. So you must be real bad to get like anything less than A, as you say.
Yeah. Especially if you say, so if it's reasonable then to get an A.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe some practices that they need to sort out. But yeah. I mean, a few beers in me. I didn't really care what letter it was I was eating.
No, I did anything.
All right, basically we got the music, we got the food. Video game, bro. What's your go-to video game?
Probably one of those ones I listed earlier.
Yep.
But it depends. Like in a group, if you're in a group, you can't beat like Mario Kart or Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or
universal games there. Everyone kind of knows how to play them.
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope.
That'd be the ones for me. But yeah, I like all sorts. But then they're not always like the most well-known ones or the biggest selling ones or the highest rating ones. But I just like them because I like them.
Yeah. Who's your go-to skater on Tony Hawk's?
Bob Burnquist mostly. For that's I don't know why you just picked one back then, but yeah, on Tony Hawk 2, I just thrashed Bob Burnquist for a good few years.
You're a vert guy.
Nah, I don't even know why. I just picked him. Yeah. No, in terms of it, all the skaters back then. I was Bucky Lasek and
I was
Eric Costin and Chad Musker. Yeah.
I remember seeing. I think the deck was called Big Red. The Chad Musker one, was he Shorties?
Yeah.
He was Shorties there. I think he was sponsored.
Yeah, I think so.
Shorties. Yeah. And I remember where I grew up, we had a half pipe, and it wasn't. It was quite common to have people come to our town just for the half pipe. It was like a 6-footer. And I remember seeing this guy from Auckland. He was like, he had the Big Red Chad Musker deck, and I was like,
really
buzzing at him. He was such a cool dude. He was older cat. I would have been like in primary school.
Yeah.
And he was an older cat, and like he let me ride it and stuff, and like he could see the like how happy I was. Like,
really,
yeah, it was good, dude. Man, he just let me ride on it. I was like, chair, bro. I mean, Anyway,
didn't try to outrun him.
Nah. So we got the
I love
video
that
game.
I love that old skateboard you had in your picture the other day. That
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, it is there. It's just behind me, bro.
yeah,
So the front of it
that's
actually has
sick.
got the wall art on it, so that's
Yeah,
sandpaper,
yeah,
and then the back one. Yeah.
that's sick.
So it's missing the rails.
Yeah,
I think it's had a nose rail, and it's still got the back tail there
yeah.
as well. But it
I
took
just
me.
picked this one up off the marketplace today for $5.
What?
I don't know what brand it is or anything, but it's just had some cool graphics. It's got like
Oh, that's sick.
challenge.
I like the shape of the deck.
Yeah,
The shape is nice.
and then it's got all the rails and
Oh, wicked.
yeah,
$5. That's awesome.
yeah. I had to spend about $20 on gas to get it, but it was all good. I felt like going for a drive anyway. I was waiting for something to dry at work, so it's like, stuff it. I'm going to go now and pick it up. So
Yeah,
off I went.
that's
Yeah,
a cool pickup. I like it when it's got the rails on it as well.
yeah, yeah. I've got like 4 of those old ones now.
Dope. Use them?
Yeah,
Do you like? I know some
yeah. 2
people.
of them I actually do.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good to hear, bro. 'Cause it's like one of the problems I have with sneakerheads. Sorry, sneakerhead community,
yeah,
but like they don't wear their shoes.
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. I've got nothing. I've got nothing like that. Everything's there to be used.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's good to hear, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
one um I got some new wheels. Like it had orange wheels on it, but I got some new polyurethane ones and some nice like they weren't ABEX 7 bearings, but it's just some good ABEX 5s just for
some
cruising
faster.
around on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some faster bearings.
yeah. Right, and took off those old hard plastic wheels, but kept with the same sort of color. So
Yeah.
I was hooning around on that. Not hooning. It's a bit of a tricky one to ride, but I was cruising around and locked down on that.
um, what do you call it? Did you used to do the CRC trick on the bearings? Like just
Yeah, soak it in CRC.
bro.
Yeah,
I remember doing that. I had like a Rebel Sport deck that my old
yeah,
man had bought me for one birthday.
yeah,
I did the CRC stuff and
yeah.
bearings were still the same.
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
in the same. I was
yeah.
like, shit
Well,
is.
my dad had like not like the spray CRC, he had like a bottle of it. So I just tipped it into a jar and I left them in there for ages trying to get them to loosen up a bit.
Oh man. Cool, bro. And then the last one is just a movie, bro. You're at home chilling with the family, or could be with the wifey, or even just yourself. What's a go-to movie?
Um,
Actually, bro, let's do chilling with the family.
yeah,
Do that movie. Chilling
yeah,
with the missus, that movie, and then just chilling at home by
yeah.
yourself. What are you watching?
Chilling with the family. I've been trying to get them into some of the classics. So
Back to the Future.
yeah, we watched them, and then the other day
Nice.
we watched Free Willy.
Oh, cool.
So I love that. And then they watched Mrs. Doubtfire the other day. It's been
Nice. Robin, you can't beat Robin, eh?
yeah,
Like,
but they've had lots of movies during lockdown. Like just at the end of the day, we're getting a bit tired, and we watched the Honey I Shrunk the Kids ones and Space Jam, and I'm
nice.
trying to show them some of the classics, and they like really appreciate them. So yeah, my eldest daughter loves watching Full House as well. She's been going back and watching all those, and
Yep.
because she started off watching that new one, the reboot, Fuller
Yeah,
House,
my daughter's watching that as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then she went back through and she just thrashes the old one, and she knows more about it than I do. But yeah, so just with the family, I'm trying to teach them the classics like that,
Nice. Nice.
and then with the missus, we like watching usually like just a nothing too deep, like just a action movie or thriller. Like we like watching all the Die Hards together, and we
Lethal
did
Weapon?
yeah, we
Yep.
watched all those. We watched the TV show, the newer TV show. Did you watch that?
Nah.
Yeah, that was okay for like the first couple of seasons, and then but yeah, usually it's like a laid back action movie. We watched all the Fast and the Furious movies together until that stink ass new one that was so bad. Have you seen that?
Uh, the one that I don't like was the Hobbs and Shaw one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh, and
got, bro.
The Rock like pulls that helicopter
Yeah,
in.
because like I'm like you can't complain too much as a Samoan because of what
Yeah,
he's done for our
yeah,
people in the country
yeah,
and stuff. But I'm like, it is a bit cringe, bro. Like
when he breaks into a haka and stuff like that.
Oh, bro, it's cringy as sometimes,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that's just him growing up in the States kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh, the new movie was so bad. The number 9.
Was it like, isn't this, thing comes back, isn't it? What's his face? Vin Diesel, eh? Like, is that,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
are you talking about the John Cena one?
Yeah, the newest one.
Is that the newest one?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
They take a car to space.
I heard it's
Ludacris and Tyrese go to space in a car. Yeah.
Because they needed to check if there were hoes in different area codes, or
Yeah,
what
yeah,
was the game?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, they were okay until then. But that one was just
Too far.
yeah, too far, too furious. If I hadn't seen all the other ones and I didn't like the franchise, I would have walked out of that movie. Honestly, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm talking to Konoshiki next week on Monday. Who's a famous sumo wrestler. He was on Tokyo Drift.
Oh, you were telling me about him, yeah.
Yeah. So
You've talked before. Right?
he's in like the bathroom, like the Japanese bathroom scene, and Han tells him to go in and get some money or something. So
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him about it, and get his thoughts on the Furious franchise having been a part of it all.
Oh, that's in Tokyo Drift Day when Han makes the young guy go in and get the money. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. So that's Konoshiki who I'll be interviewing. So that's pretty cool. But, correct.
Yeah, ask him about it, see what he thinks.
Yeah. So now just you chilling, bro. What are you watching?
My favorite movie. Have you seen one called Tombstone?
Yeah, the Val Kilmer's in that, isn't it?
Val Kilmer. Yeah. I don't know why. I really like that movie. It's probably, if I was going to watch a movie,
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I remember Tombstone.
It's got Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer,
the tall guy.
Sam Elliott.
That's
the guy with the boom.
Yeah, and he's always that guy in all the Western movies. Yeah. I knew Val Kilmer was in it. I forgot that Kurt Russell was in that one.
Yeah, Val Kilmer plays a real cool character. But
for some
other than that, it'd just be something, one of the classics. Yeah, like a
I like
Back to the Future or
I'm a big fan of Brad Pitt, which is very it's not a common thing, but I actually enjoy Brad Pitt. Like Legends of the Falls was a good one for me.
Yeah,
growing up, and I'm a massive Daniel Day-Lewis fan.
Oh yeah.
So like Last of the Mohicans was like a memorable movie when I was a kid.
I remember watching it on TV with ads. It was like,
that would have been drawn.
They'd have to split it up over 2 nights, I think.
Bro, that would have been drawn out, bro.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they played like half on Saturday, half on Sunday.
Damn. Yeah, but now that you
I'll have to watch this. Probably the last time I saw it. I have to watch it again.
Kevin Costner's another one.
Yeah.
Actually, we could probably get into like 90s actors if we wanted to. We won't. So Tombstone, nice. I'm trying to think what.
Once again, I can't tell you why it's my favorite movie. I just really like it. So.
Yeah, just enjoyed it, eh?
Yeah.
I talked to Just for Kicks, who's another guy we interviewed on the podcast, and his one was Bugsy Malone. If you remember that, they were actually kids.
It's a gangster movie.
Yeah, but they were playing as gangsters. Yeah. I remember they played that for us in primary school. Remember when they used to sit everyone in the hall and then wheel in the TV?
The thing's got flat tires.
And then it was like a 29-inch, but everyone thought it was huge because it was bigger than anything that we had at home. Like,
I remember watching James Bond Goldfinger when in one of those situations that, like the most randomest movie, they wheeled that in and put Goldfinger on for us when we were like 7 years old. The first, like it's a Sean Connery James Bond one.
Damn, that's going back. So not even like
I think it might even be the first one.
Damn.
I think Goldfinger might be the original like first cab off the rank.
I didn't catch on to the Bond series till Brosnan. Yeah, so I missed everyone else.
Yeah, I've only seen a handful of the other ones, but yeah, I've seen pretty much all of them since then.
They used to play Fern Gully. Fern Gully, the animated movie.
It rings a bell, but
Yeah, they used to play Fern Gully, and obviously An American Tail was another one they
yeah,
played.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Milo and Otis. It was on every Christmas Eve when I was a kid.
Oh, Milo and Otis and Benji.
Benji, yeah, yeah, and Far Away, Homeward Bound, or one of those ones.
Oh,
All the animal
that's
movies.
not the Anna Paquin one, is it?
That's Fly Away Home.
Fly Away Home. Okay,
She has to teach those geese or something how to
yeah,
migrate.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
She started off in New Zealand, in that movie.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, and then ended up in Canada. I can't remember.
yeah.
Yeah. Damn, it's going back. What else did they used to
Got to
play?
get on to watching Star Wars. I feel a bit embarrassed about that, but
Oh, no, don't, bro. I haven't watched a lot of movies that are like talking points for a lot of people, so don't
yeah.
feel. I'm not going to publicly say them though. So no.
I've had to come clean with a few people. They like when I'm like selling some Star Wars stuff, and they like start asking me. I'm just like, well, yeah.
Oh, I think were your parents ever into that stuff though?
Um,
A lot of my influence,
probably.
I feel like
I'd have to ask them, but
I
yeah,
had to watch Star Trek because my mum just
yeah,
that was her jam.
yeah,
So that's the only reason I watched Star Trek.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Star Trek because I used to go to stay at my mate's house. He'd invite me over to stay like most Friday nights, and we'd go to Georgie Pie for dinner, which was a real
There's a
trick
treat.
for getting me over there. And, him and his dad had always watched Star Trek, and then like Hercules and Xena as well.
Oh shit! I
But
was a
and
massive
he had a
Xena.
Game Boy, so I wasn't really interested. So I just sit there playing his Game Boy while they were watching those shows, and then yeah,
Um, yeah, Hercules. I was a big fan. Xena was a
yeah,
big fan. Yeah,
yeah,
massive, massive. Used to watch with my old lady actually.
yeah.
She used to do that annoying Xena sound. She used to do it all the time. Eh?
Yeah.
Stargate actually was another one of her jams. Remember
Oh yeah,
Stargate? Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I remember that
Stargate.
one.
That was
They had a
the
MacGyver in it. MacGyver with
he's forever gonna be MacGyver. Eh? Like,
yeah,
no matter what
yeah.
movie he's in or character he is, he's
What's his
MacGyver.
name? Richard Dean Anderson. That's the one. Yeah,
Damn, that's a blast from the past.
yeah.
Even MacGyver. I remember getting a movie out, Guyver,
Just
the
Guyver.
the manga.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Guyver. Thinking it was MacGyver,
yeah,
and then I watched it, and it was just terrible.
yeah,
It was like a terrible version of it. I might have to look that up again. But apparently, the
yeah.
Guyver manga series is like super rare and like sought after now. I'm like, oh, I
Oh
remember
yeah,
watching that when I was
yeah.
yeah. But thinking
Oh,
it
that was the
was
days going to the video shop and spending like 2 hours choosing something,
shit, yeah, two for
fighting over
10.
it. Yeah,
$7 overnight, 2 for 10, or whatever the deals were back then.
I
Yeah,
remember a couple of times hiring out like a Nintendo or a Sega Master System or something for the weekend, and its little carry case. But then my brother would just go hard on it, and I barely got a look in. So,
yep, yep. Damn.
mm,
Anyway, bro, I think
yeah,
that's all the questions I have for you, and I feel
yeah.
like we could probably go on and on and
Go
on
for
and on and
hours and
on
hours
and
and
on.
hours. Yeah, yeah,
But I feel like this isn't probably going to be the last time we get you on, bro, and have a
yeah,
yarn.
yeah,
'Cause it'll be cool. I feel like we can go anywhere, really.
yeah.
Like talk about
I could talk about anything to anyone pretty much most of the time. So
um,
you can always find something to connect with someone on. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
We covered a lot too, like
yeah,
TV, movies, music,
yeah,
sports,
yeah,
video games. So
yeah,
it's really cool talk. Even
yeah,
just the thrifting and the community as well.
yeah,
Like something that I've really enjoyed, and it's really cool to
yeah,
connect with people. I guess beyond their pages, I
yeah,
suppose.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
been really
Yeah, because a lot of people don't really show their face much on the page. I'm not one that's very public on there. I just put pictures on and write little captions. I don't do lives. I don't do like video stories or anything like that. I barely even talk on it. So it's, yeah, I might do more. I need to be able to get back out there soon, hopefully, and find some cool stuff because I'm running out
yeah.
of things to post.
For sure, bro.
I've been so slack this lockdown. I need to do a bit better on there. But
Ah, at the end of the day, right? Whānau first, and as long as the
yeah,
kids are happy, then yeah.
yeah.
All
Oh,
good.
they love finding old stuff. I like my 6-year-old, she likes me finding G1 My Little Ponies for her, and
That's cool.
Yeah.
Shit, that's cool.
because I found a whole heap to sell, a whole bag, and she's like, "Oh, I really like those." And she
They
started
sell
playing
them,
with them,
yeah.
and then now I can't sell them. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, my kids are the opposite. They don't want to be seen in the car with
Yeah.
me when we're at the op shops. Yeah, they're just-
really. Oh no, mine quite like doing. My wife's into it too now. She goes looking for clothes and
my
even her old toys and stuff like that. But she,
yeah. How actually that was one question I wanted to ask you, Ray. Like with your collection and everything, like when you were first, I guess, courting your missus, was it easy for you to like, oh yeah, and I've got all of this stuff that I collected, or she
oh no shit! When I first made it through her bedroom door. These are the first things. This is one of my other shelves. See that Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels back there?
Yeah,
They were on her windowsill of her bedroom when I went in there, so I knew that
she was the one.
we were all good after that.
Fuck,
She
that's
said
so
she used
cool.
to have an Undertaker poster on her bedroom wall, and when she was a kid. So
Yep.
yeah, no, she likes the old stuff too, but she does sort of try to keep me in line a wee bit. It did get a bit out of hand before. I'm glad we went into lockdown so I could sort out the space a wee bit better. I had a pretty big death pile, so
Yeah. My better half, she's supportive. Let's just say that she's supportive of all of this. But yeah, nah, for sure. Anyway, bro, thank you very much for.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
No, it was choice, bro, and I appreciate you giving your time as well. And
Yeah.
it was good having the young fella out there. Like what was great about that, bro, is that he actually came in looking for the micro machines and wanting to play with the toys that you've got. So that's that generational thing that you're passing on is awesome, bro. And really good.
Oh,
to
he
see.
likes they like Ninja Turtles and
That's something cool you can share with your kids as well.
I've got something with all of them like that I can like the My Little Ponies, and then
dope.
my older one. There's this type of books that she likes reading. So anytime I find a new one that she hasn't had from that, and then
that's cool.
The young guy just likes anything that pretty much anything that he can get his hands on. But he's quite big into old cars and stuff like that now too. So he was playing with my Crash Dummies toys quite a lot during lockdown, and
man,
he's just pretty keen on anything.
Like you say, having that little connection with them, and each of them different too. Like into different things. That's so cool. Geez, I wish my kids were like that. I think they are to a certain degree, but they're a bit older now and a bit too cool for dad too. So
they'll come back though.
For sure.
They'll grow out of that phase. I go op shopping with my mum now. We still go and do it together. So
I really got my family into it. They realized that you can find good quality stuff, affordable, reasonably priced, and has a story behind it. It's kind of been a cool little gives lifestyle change, I suppose, too. So
my wife's all about it too. She finds all these brands that she knows and wears, and
that's cool.
But she steals all my vintage teas now as well. So
she's
they're our teas according to her. But
oh no, so I'm a big boy, bro. So my teas go towards like being 90s. So like my daughter.
Oh, she just wears them oversized, like some bike shorts or something. Just wears a massive t-shirt. It looks cool though. They're cool tees, and they get as long as she washes them properly. Then it's all good.
Hard up. No, that's dope. Well, yeah, bro. Again, thank you for your time, bro. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll hit you up if we ever get out of Auckland. I get back down.
Yeah, bro. You can come down to the bay, man.
To K-Town.
We'll go get some food down here. There's a few spots we'll definitely get to, and I could show you around to the ops as well if you've got the time.
Not to mention